He just keeps looking at it.
Buddy!
Is it gonna work this time?
Welcome.
Checking to see if it works this time.
Oh.
Doesn't seem to be turning off. Turn those on. Welcome back to Nat19. We're just gonna give it a second to see if the stream stays up this time.
Yeah. That was the pre.
That was the pre.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Giving it.
Post-pre.
God damn it.
We're gonna give it a
By the
minute
way,
here.
I think Izzy's like a second away from like offering me real money for this anyway.
Ow.
I'm not that desperate to stay alive. Keep your blood amulet.
I'd
Your
rather
mom
keep my
started
money than my
with
life.
a twin of one dead in front of you, and you could have stopped it, but no.
Okay. You're
What?
stupid enough to get yourself killed. Well, damn.
Oh, I will say that like earlier there was like a moderately large bug in my room and I didn't find it. So if I die halfway through the stream, just that you should know.
Okay.
Random praying mantis to the face.
Oh god, no.
Okay,
We
no.
s-
Oh god.
We seem
I
to
had
be
a
good.
physical science book whenever I was younger, and it had a giant praying mantis on the cover, and like I'd always have to like every time I'd study, it'd be on my my table, and then I'd wake up like halfway through the night and look over, there'd just be a giant praying mantis face looking at me.
Yeah, that man is pried so hard.
Right.
Aw.
Those
Praying
praying
mantis
eyes.
there.
Aww.
You're not cool anymore.
Oh my.
It's 100 years to get a new member.
Did I do that?
You're not cool anymore, Eric.
Oh no!
I think so.
I want to be cool again.
I think so. Nailed it.
All right. Okay, we seem to be good. For a second, I thought the stream boss was messing with it. So, so welcome back to Nat19, session 23. We already did we did a recap and a very brief attempt just now to make this work.
We fought a
and
boss!
I don't know if it's gonna end up posting up with it. They fought a
That
boss.
was the recap of the recap.
Gear
We
free
fought a
went.
boss.
Gear free
Yeah,
went.
what-
Robo Saiyan.
Funded publicly by citizens like you!
We just got a resub. Cool.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back.
And with that, we are going to just get straight into game. So, guys, last time when you guys ended off, you had just finished what was going on in the cave. The giant rock crumbled because Gear Free absorbed all the magic from it, so the Ether Stone disappeared. Let's see. He didn't really get to use any of his abilities because you guys were all clumped together and all of his stuff was AoE-ish, which was a problem. But you've completed the Gear Free loyalty. The Gear Free quest loyalty mission. What?
What is this, Mass Effect?
Fucking
No, it's
ridiculous. What? Who said that?
Turns out this is Mass Effect RP all along.
But
outrageous.
so now if you guys recall,
Game of Thrones.
now just to give you guys a reminder of the time frame that we have going on, the 24th is when the stuff goes down where that portal opens underground, and you'll have to go in through it to get the drop on the Adelian or the Ki-Rin priests that are going to try to summon Ki-Rin. So you still have, it is 1:50 p.m. on the 22nd. You have until the 24th. So, and during that time, you have Duncan and Sasaki and Tobias that all want things from you. You don't actually know that Duncan wants something from you yet, but fucking meta spoiler.
Well,
Meta spoiler. What?
You go see Duncan.
Well, I mean, as of right now, we don't really have reason to go see Duncan, but we do have reason to go and look for that lake or that stream area that Tobias is looking for.
Oh, do you?
Or that
Now-
thing that Sasuke.
Now there's
Well,
one.
Sasuke said he'd find us whenever he was ready to go on that.
There's actually one more pressing matter. The matter of getting back to town.
Yes.
Oh shit.
oh god.
You guys are still where you were. I don't recall if I had you guys rest or not. I'm gonna bring up the combat tracker. Yeah, it
You
looks like
rested
you're still.
before we went into the fight.
Do you guys want to take a short rest and head back to the town, or do you guys want to take a long rest? The difference will be one will take 4 hours, the other will take 8 hours.
What time is it?
1:50 p.m.
Probably.
You see, honestly, like if we rest, then it's gonna be like night by the time we get back.
Yeah.
And I mean, the big thing is like we know how to get back like relatively well because we got that really good like survival roll that one time.
Yeah, but things could still get us on our way back.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss. How much HP you have right now? I'm playing.
No, whatever. Fucking, I'm so concerned for y'all. I'm fine.
My health is in the red.
Oh,
no,
shit.
I
We
might
need to
die.
rest.
Okay, yeah. So if EM really is like looking really bad though, we can't. I'd say a short rest is probably preferable.
Yeah.
Because a long rest would mean we're gonna be traveling back like after midnight.
Fair enough. I will point out to you guys that you, your spell slots and whatnot, would also come back with the long rest.
Yay.
But so, I guess just definitive question: long or short?
Short.
Okay, so short. So you guys are taking the 4-hour trip back.
Yes.
So then let's go down the line here. Okay, so Isla, well, you haven't taken damage, so yeah. Wait, yes, you have. You've taken 44.
Yeah.
So you have, it looks like 7 HD left. How many do you want to roll to recover health?
Jesus. 3.
Okay. Do you remember how to do it?
I think. Did I just like double click it?
Yep. Go into your character sheet and click on the little dice that
Yeah,
says 7
yeah.
right now.
Well,
1.
great. 2. B3. Oh!
Well, that one was good.
That was not bad.
Well, that one was okay. That was exactly average.
Shut up!
So you use 3. All right. Next down the line is Ian. You have 5 left. How many would you like to use?
Let's see.
Enemies just stop trying to kill GAE-EL.
I have 39 wounds.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck it, let's just use all of them.
Oh my god.
All right.
I roll shit, and I want to live.
Horrifying.
Roll away. Okay, 25, 17. Look at you!
Ooh, max.
Boom. Now I'm
Nice.
fat. With no hit dice, but I'm fine.
All right,
I lived.
Stonewalker. How about you?
How many do I have?
You have 5 left, and you have 27 health.
I'm
Or
gonna
you have
use
27 damage.
Yeah, I'll just use 3,
Okay.
and they're D8s.
Yep. So you just click on it from your sheet.
Oh right, I'm dumb.
I mean, I didn't say it. I also don't believe it.
Nice, boy.
And 3. Oh, look at you. Okay.
Oh, I did 4. It was 3.
Well, I
I'm
guess
sorry.
you did 4.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm fine with that actually. Sure.
Okay, so you guys have healed. A Gear Free has taken effectively no damage by this point.
I get all my bombs back, right?
Do you get them on a short rest or a long rest? I don't remember.
That's what I'm double checking.
I'm a check.
I believe. Short rest.
Bombs. Long rest.
Damn it.
It's
Yep.
fine. What's
Well-
gonna happen on the way back?
Well, I gotta do other stuff, or I got 1 bomb left. Yep.
That mutagen's looking mighty tasty, isn't it?
Fuck that mutagen, boy!
I mean, you still have extra.
I do still have extract.
All right, so
I also have spells.
I'd
And my
like.
cross-
I'm going to roll a survival check against the party in secret, not so secret. 1 second.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew he was gonna try and fuck us over on our way home. Such a dick.
Couldn't resist the opportunity to fuck us.
No, right? We're just so goddamn sexy. You couldn't resist fucking us.
Well, you can all thank.
Both
You know,
have
thanks.
pretty decent charisma.
Going
Yup.
in dry.
Y'all can thank Stonewalker for this. Stonewalker got really goddamn high on it. Why do you have a
Oh,
plus
hell yeah.
4? Why did you have a plus 4, Stonewalker?
In
For
survival.
my
No, like
For my-
you have a plus 1d4 going on.
Oh, because she's near me.
Oh. Oh, it's
Yay!
'cause I attached Wraith qualities to you by accident somehow. Taking that off.
What the fuck?
Oh no.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
They got their
You had the same bonuses on your stats that Tobias normally has.
Oh my
Oh
god.
Well, I mean, my
Alright.
survival is regularly a +4.
Oh, you still got a 22. I was just sitting here being like, why do you have a 26? That seems impossible.
Jesus.
Okay, so you got a 22 ultimately. So everyone can thank Stonewalker for this. I'm cutting the amount of time it takes to go back in half, so it'll take a
Yay!
total of 2 hours.
We just walk back, and I'm like, wait a minute, guys. I'm like, what? It's like, we took this shortcut to get here. Yeah, let's take it back.
Oh my god, you're so smart.
Bitch.
And then we just like prance through the forest with like little cardboard cutouts until we get to the end.
Fucking, we're all skipping, holding hands like the Wizard of Oz.
Hell yeah.
I think it's like little chibi, like little chibi cardboard cutouts, just like bouncing up and down.
Oh, so cute.
All right.
Weird weavings.
During my short rest, could I have gotten a fin back, or should I have to wait for that?
You can do that as long as you have the spell slot for it.
Yay!
Okay, cool. Then that means there's gonna be a little cardboard fin there too.
Yay!
All right, let me just go ahead. I'm gonna re-add. Okay, so along the way you stop to conjure Finn. Finn to Owl. Is this the right one?
Yeah, I have plenty of first level spell slots. I'm good.
There it is. Finn the Owl. Boop. Change you to an ally. Finn the Owl. Now with 6 HP.
He had 8 last time. No.
Hey.
Man, stop being bad. I'm kidding.
Oh.
Okay.
I would give your amulet to Finn. He needs it more.
No, shut the fuck up. It's my amulet.
On your way back, you don't encounter
We
any
should
creatures.
put the amulet on Finn.
Stop.
On your way back, you don't encounter any monsters.
Yes.
You take the same shortcut back, and during that time, you tend to your wounds and you rest, and you all end up basically completely recovered, apart from Isla, who still has 25 wounds.
Damn it.
You all feel rather tired and beaten down by what happened there. Gearfree over the course of going back apologizes every half an hour or so on the trip and tries to make up for the fact that his intel honestly said there were no monsters there. He had been told it was abandoned.
He's apologizing the entire way back. We're like, it's fine, dude. Don't worry.
Ian's just going, good. Good.
Good.
It's fine. We can handle that stuff. It's not like we almost died several times.
Oh my god.
At one point, there is a river you guys need to cross. Gearfree knocks the tree over onto it to make a bridge.
Oh, hell yeah.
You notice he does so with relative ease. Gearfree also appears to be taking rather dramatic actions on the way back, like if you have to climb a small cliff or whatnot instead of taking an easy slope up, he prefers to leap up it, and you kind of get the sense that Gearfree's testing his physical abilities right now that he's absorbed the Ether Stone. He seems far more nimble. He's not displaying anything that like blows your mind. He just seems to be a lot more agile and a lot stronger. You guys eventually make it back to town. It's essentially the middle of the afternoon. It's 3:50, sorry. It's 3:50, still on the 22nd. It's a Saturday, not that matters in Adelia. You guys have 2 days. Duncan is... do you guys choose to search for Duncan at all?
You think I would kill myself?
Well, from
over
what we
here?
understand,
Oh, go suck a dick.
we have to find some sort of weird lake thing. So maybe talking to Duncan about whatever Tobias is looking for could potentially give us some sort of clues, and also get us to talk to Duncan.
Hell yeah, boy.
So I'd like you guys to roll investigate.
God damn it.
Why did I have disadvantage on that?
That's a good question.
Boy!
Do you still? Oh, are you still?
Oh, I'm still mutagened. That should be gone right now.
It's off. I turned it off. Just the whole time you're just like walking back as a track.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh shit.
Why hasn't it worn off? I need a doctor!
Oh,
Just you fucking eyelids like, you know what they say? If it lasts more than 4 hours, yeah, we just had the same.
Mutagen does not wear off in 4 hours. Please call your doctor.
Sorry, should I re-roll that or?
Yes, please. Oh.
Holy shit!
Hey.
Wait, I have a thing.
Wait. We'll wait patiently.
Okay, so
There you go.
after searching around a bit and asking about Duncan, you guys find out pretty clearly. I'm just gonna say that I'm just gonna throw us up to 4 because we'll say it takes you guys all of 10 minutes to find this information.
We just walk up. The first one's there. It's like he's like picking his up. Hey, where's Duncan?
Ah, yes, I'm Duncan's bookkeeper. I know exactly where he's gone. Pulls out a schedule book. But no, seriously, a man tells you that the high priest of Alquam, Duncan, apparently left the city, seemingly heading back towards the old temple that the hooded owl priest used to be in, where his order used to live before the order of Ki-Rin came in and murdered all of them except for him. He said he'd be back. He left word that he'd be back relatively soon, but he's going to investigate there. So Duncan will not be back until the next day.
Shit.
So wait, we have 2 days before we gotta do this thing, right?
Yep, you have until the 24th.
What were the
So
other
this person immediately knew where Duncan was. Could we perhaps talk to him about something about the city then?
Depends on what you want to talk to him about.
I would like to
this
ask him
bookish
about
man.
any rumors of a so-called fountain that kept people youthful and happy, but also cursed them or some shit.
Roll me investigation.
I'm gonna. Can I put 2 into this?
If inspiration, sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna put 2 inspiration to my investigation.
At your behest, I have been
You
summoned.
could
Oh,
do
wait,
it.
damn, go.
See, I told you you could do it.
Jesus.
Don't believe in yourself. Believe in the me that believes
Is that
in
loud?
No. I'm just like Jesus. Like Ian's rolls are good today.
You got
All right, no,
right?
that wasn't. Sorry, that was earlier.
Stonewalker.
I looked away and looked back and saw another 19, and I was like, oh my god.
Shit.
No, you did a good, but you did get a 19, so good job. So you're looking for the Soul Lake fountain that Tobias described that he needs a barrel full of liquid from.
That apparently people had a problem with getting. Was it cursed or was it possessed? It was possessed, right?
Possessed.
Yeah.
This person thinks for a moment.
Yes, I had heard rumors about such a thing within the city. Well, not within the city. I heard that an ancient tomb is where it used to be, that a place where mages of great power were buried, and eventually a lake of strange liquid coalesced and formed there, probably from their latent magical energy after they died. But such a thing is only a rumor. I would have no idea where it is. If you don't mind, I need to return to my series. There are hollows to be hunted.
Oh my god.
Thought you could throw me
What
into
a very-
another
what a very
continuity, did
strange
you,
sound,
Illuminati?
I hate him.
Eric's like, I don't watch your stuff.
Don't worry, I appreciate it.
I also appreciate it.
Yes, but no, this not Ishida. He knows the rumor. He wouldn't know anything about where it is in the city. Tobias is still trying to locate it as well. Well, at least he was last time you saw him.
And he had no leads on maybe talking where I could go to find any of the information.
I suppose that you could search at the various tombs around the city, though if such a thing were to exist under one of them, I feel like they would have known and like somebody would have done something about it.
Fair.
Illuminati.
Well, thank you very much.
It sounds like a conspiracy to me. A cover-up. Yes, I will. He just walks off. I'll get to the bottom of this. Lickety-split, I will. Absolutely.
What a strange little man.
Agreed.
I like him.
I'll make you proud of me, father.
Oh, by the way, yeah, Jermel and Leviathans, thanks for subscribing.
Aw.
So, I'm tacking on an extra 5 minutes for that question. Yeah, that's right. We're micromanaging.
Just kind of turns to the others.
We've come to this.
We don't really have a lot of leads to go on for Tobias's request.
And Duncan is out of town. I mean, what did Sasaki want again?
Yeah, what did that dude want us to do?
He said he would come. He said he would come find us whenever he was ready.
To remind
Shit,
you
then
of
what do we do?
To remind you of the proper objective, Sasaki wanted you guys to go to a cabin where Bruudhuvv stayed up until Bruudhuvv's attack on the Voidreach Chapel, and he wants you to shut off a barrier, a bounded field that surrounds it, that's keeping Sasaki out, because there's something Sasaki wants from inside of it.
Well,
And he
go do
promised-
that sounds fun.
And he promised to give you guys that familiar ring in return.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can't fucking wait. He's gonna fucking drain all the magic first, and he just hands us the ring, and I'm got to fucking. Someone's got to hold me back.
Hold me back, fam.
Hold me back.
Guy just has me in his arms. I'm just like kicking and like flailing, like ah.
He's like, all right, the ring belongs to you. Just swallows it.
Oh my god.
You said you're gonna give us the ring. Yeah, it belongs to you now.
I just put down all my valuables. I'll leave everything to you guys, and I immediately go to fight him.
You're like, GAE-EL, hold my fucking rings.
It's like, I know I'm gonna go to die, but fucking I have to.
So do you guys want to continue looking for leads on Tobias's stuff? Do you want to wait around for or chase Duncan? Or do you want to wait till Sasaki finds you?
Well, the only other place I could think to go to look up anything is potentially the bar that we went to before.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because they had a bunch of like crazy shit going on in there, and that barkeep seemed like he knew some stuff, and because we got rid of the guys in there, maybe he'd be more helpful to us. Maybe he'd be like, "Hey, you guys got rid of those guys I hated. Here's some information."
Maybe.
Also, I drank a bunch of shit from there, so maybe he likes that.
That's true.
I'll buy another one.
Would you like to return there?
Right? How far is the bar? The bar is in the camp, right?
Think it was.
Oh, the bar he's talking about is just like in the town.
Okay, cool.
If everybody's in agreement, then all right. I'm going to tack on some time there for the trip. I'm going to tack on a 25-minute trip. Going there, though, you find that the bar is, unfortunately, there's a sign out front that says that it is closed until further notice.
God damn it.
Eyes cannot
You just
help
go
but to
find
orbit the
Duncan,
celestial
that's
body.
Well, he went out of town, so.
Fuck.
Well, I mean, y'all could go out and go do the thing for Sasaki.
I'm gonna do
That's the thing.
I'm gonna do a secret
Shut up,
background
Ghost
roll.
of Lorenzo. I'm kidding.
Secret background roll. Wow.
There was a
I'm
specific-
like Navi now. Shut up.
Logan,
Yeah.
did Sasaki give us a specific place where we could like meet him, or did he say that he would just find us?
One of the gates out of the town, where you guys talked to him before, I think. Might have been on the
you
opposite
said
side.
to meet him there when we were ready.
Okay. Do you want to?
He said that like it would take him some time. Is what I was thinking. So maybe he's there. Maybe he's there.
Is
Already.
this game awesome? Donates 20 bits with just the message Stonewalker saying, "Hold my fin."
You're right.
Just like fighting Sasuke, just puts it, hold this for me.
Hey,
Hold my pen.
Let's go check out the gate.
I'm going to the gate. See
Okay.
Sasuke.
All right. Heading there. You guys, and it is a group decision. Everyone's going there.
Yes.
Alrighty. You two.
I don't know
Aaron?
about GAE-EL because he's holding my fin. So.
You alright?
Alright, you're on board. All right, cool. I don't want you to feel like you're not involved in the group decision-making process, GAE-EL. Good. As long as you feel like you're contributing. You guys go to that gate. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for weather today. 1 second. Because it's important.
Yay.
Important.
Shit.
I don't trust that at all.
So it appears to be a nice day.
My sword. What?
a nice day that is normal for the season, and it is not windy at all. Oh, it's just a lovely day, isn't it?
It's a lovely fucking day.
You approach the gate, and it is just a great day out. Fantastic. This is the kind of day you'd want to spend outside. It's sunny, but it's not too hot and not too cold. There's no clouds in the sky, no chance of rain, but it's not too dry out. It's just the perfect day for not having any dramatic overtones going on whatsoever.
Yeah! Let's all go to the beach.
Let's go to the beach.
Beach episode.
Episode now?
What?
Zooming in on.
Can we have our beach episode?
You guys approach the gate, and I was gonna say, you see Sasaki with his fucking, with his starlight cloak fluttering gently in the wind, but no, he's just sitting there, cause
There's no wind.
exactly. He's just there. He's kind of wearing it like pulled back and like draped around his like elbows, so he's only really got like his forearms through the sleeves of it, not really wearing the cloak as much as just having it draped around him. And he seems to just be waiting calmly.
Hey.
Want to go to the beach with us?
All right.
What? What'd you say?
So you want to go to the beach with us?
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Yes, I do.
Dude, this needs to happen. This is the
Oh,
adventure right here.
Drow donated $5 to the weatherman named Logan. You're welcome.
Aw. That's so cute.
And how's the weather today, Logan? It's nice out!
When we approach him, can I kind of like go for like not a aggressive, but like a definite? I like she knows for a fact it's not gonna hurt him, but can she like kind of punch him a bit?
Like, how hard?
Like punch in the arm, not as hard as she could, definitely.
Alright, you punch him. He seems to be daydreaming a bit as you walk up to him and you like punch him in the arm. He doesn't give any huge reaction, he does turn to you, suddenly being snapped out of whatever he was thinking about. This is the first time that you guys have bumped into Sasaki, like, lost in thought. He's always pretty present, but this time his mind seemed to be on other things.
I know I can't really do anything else, but you beat up a friend of mine, so I thought I had to at least do that.
He smiles. He doesn't deny what you said, but at the same time, he doesn't seem to have any very strong reaction to it. You all look beat up.
That's because we got beat up.
Yeah. Master Detective Sausage.
Well, oddly enough, you're not the only person that we have to do stuff for, so shrugs.
Yep.
I feel
Sorry, we
fine.
weren't just waiting for you to get done.
I was like, yeah, I'm good.
I was like, nothing fucking touched me. I touched a lot of things, but nothing touched me.
Yeah, boy.
He looks over to Stonewalker. Since you guys are here, I take it that you're ready to finally go to the cabin of your old master.
Oh. Dude, Isla's just like.
I don't know what
glancing
you
back
want from
and forth.
there, but yes, I think everybody's ready.
Cool.
I have
Cool.
some suspicions that I need to confirm. I want to get off this. I want to get off of this island as much as the rest of you, remember. And I believe that whatever those two people were up to is going to play into it. They couldn't have just come here because they wanted to steal some old shard from an old church. There must have been something else that was in the Void Reach Chapel that one of them wanted, right? So if we find, perhaps, old notes, a diary, something like that, maybe we can find out exactly what...
Anything inside of there is completely up to you. It doesn't really concern me that much. If I find something in there that'll help me, then great. But if you find something that'll help you, then she shrugs. It's his stuff, not mine.
Oh, damn.
That's fair. I wonder if you're the only person that he ever betrayed.
Like, what an asshole.
I don't think he betrayed me. He didn't want me to come after all. She smiles.
We'll see. He pulls out a map, and he hands it over to you. This is the path to get there. His cabin is located on the top of a not too far out of the way cliff. You should have to go through a small forest to get there. You'll know it by a waterfall.
Coming?
Remember, there's a barrier around the area. I can't get in.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as it's down, though, I'll come in and... if anything needs to be cleaned up, I'll help you out with it.
How long do you think it'd take you to get inside after the barrier's down?
Not that long. The barrier covers an area a few 100 feet wide. It wouldn't take me more than a few minutes to get to the cabin once the barrier's down.
Internalizes that.
Oh my god. Yeah. Holy shit.
Just nods.
However, Bruudhuvv was a druid, right? And a powerful one. Before he got taken over by the Void, I'm sure he set up things in the area that would protect his land. He'll probably have trouble getting in there.
Shit.
How large is this cliff?
Not that big. It's 30, 40 feet up, maybe.
Smiles. We should be able to get there just fine.
Oh my god.
There's also a slope leading up to it. A sort of staircase carved out of the cliff itself. At least I remember there being one.
Well, I mean, if you're going to trap somewhere, you'd probably trap the way there instead of somewhere else, right? So maybe staying off the path is better.
That's up to you. Now, how you get there is what you're going to have to think about. You all could rent a wagon and rest on your way there. You could rush your way there. I'm not sure how dangerous it would be.
You said it would take a couple of hours to get there, correct?
It would take about 7 or 8 hours at a moderate pace.
We have other shit to do, so speed is kind of a factor.
Here's a thought. We get some horses out.
Mm-hmm.
We get a wagon.
Okay.
And then we just feed them so much haste that they see through time.
Oh my god, yes! Do that! Yay!
Haste only lasts for like a minute, doesn't it?
But for that minute, we get like
Make
10
me go-
minutes of like...
Yeah, boy.
stuff.
Yeah, but then after that
They're
time, the
exhausted.
horses are exhausted.
We give them more haste.
It's 1 minute, and then they're exhausted after it, so it's not worth it.
So then we feed them more.
We get to like level 6 exhaustion and die.
It's fine. I'll
Then you
summon
get
two.
new
I'll summon
horses.
2 giant eagles, and then I'll become a 3rd giant eagle.
Oh, sweet.
Can you make Finn huge?
Oh my god.
We'll give Finn the mutagen.
Finn becomes this weird fucking dragon owl monstrosity.
He becomes Ki-Rin.
a Komodo dragon owl.
He's just like, yo, kill me though.
I want to die. Like, real bad.
Lord Oberon would be pissed
I
at you.
want to die.
How long? How much would it be to rent a carriage to take us there? Like a estimate.
It wouldn't be too terribly much. Like maybe like 20 gold.
And if we told them, give us your fastest steeds.
Another 10, as long as you're gonna bring them back.
10 total or 10 per steed?
I'm gonna say 10.
Well, like
per steed.
apparently like 20 plus 10 probably, so like 30 gold altogether
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
for a fast as hell carriage.
What if we wanted like 8 horses?
What if we
I'm-
wanted a car?
Jesus.
What if?
Do they
Hear
do they
me out.
consider blimps like band technology here?
You know, I'm not sure. Probably.
Oh my god.
What about a hot air balloon?
That's
I
probably
feel like that's in the same vein.
Yeah, they're probably pretty slow.
Yeah.
What about a regular balloon, but then we blow it?
Just imagine like a really wide shot.
I'll summon a brass dragon wormling to keep blowing up fire into it.
Just imagine a really wide out shot of a hot air balloon taking off from atop of Daigin's walls and just heading slowly towards it. And just off in the distance, you just hear echoed, just Stonewalker. Dun 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 dun.
I like the idea too that you would summon a brass dragon to blow in a balloon, but not fly the brass dragon to where you
It's a wormling, unfortunately, so it can't fly us all there.
That's fucking
God,
funny.
we do.
Dumb. That's fucking funny.
We have to go find my master. We need to finally find the truth behind what's happening. Sudden cut. Dun 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 dun.
All right, so how much gold everybody got?
Oh shit. I'm pretty sure I'm Pow.
Gary, this isn't real life.
I know, right?
I got CPs, EPs, SPs, and GPs.
Collectively, the group has 194 gold, 240 electrum, 78 copper, 12 platinum, and 90 silver.
So we have enough.
I don't know.
What, for a
Fuck, I
giant
don't wanna
balloon or
know.
for horses?
Horses. Both. Oh my god.
I'll
I'd say
be I'll
We'll
be back
strap
in about
horses
10
to the side, and
minutes.
they'll just keep like running.
You just gotta buy enough balloons to where you can replicate up.
Oh my god, yes.
I'm just gonna go off and cast Find Steed again.
Oh my god.
Oh shit,
Okay.
that's right. I have a warhorse.
Just get my big ass elk.
Yeah, you do have a warhorse.
Yeah. I don't think we have anything like that.
I got a warhorse though.
Yeah, it's just most of them died when the.
We have
Fuck.
polymorph?
Yeah, but we only have one slot.
How
Yeah.
fast is Havash, man?
Havash is fast.
I'm going to strap Havash to the front of this shit. It's gonna be great.
Now, I will say that if he uses Find Steed and you have Havash, the twins could just get a. They could probably just spend like 10 or 15 gold and just rent a big horse to share.
Oh,
Maybe y'all just have horses. If you wanted. I ain't telling you what to do.
And
Just realized.
They could also like we have big ones too though like usually, so like they could just ride with us, right?
Yeah, I imagine one of them could probably ride on the steed with GAE-EL, and one could probably ride on Havash with you.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, worst comes to worst, you could have shapeshifted into like a horse, and then one of them each could have gotten on you and Havash. So, yeah, you guys really have no need to rent anything.
Dude, I could turn into a fucking dire wolf and they can have Havash.
Yo, no, I want to ride on the direwolf.
This is gonna be the next half hour deciding how you get there.
It's gonna be like this like 10-second thing. All right, so you get that.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's the plan. GAE-EL goes and gets his horse.
Oh.
Ian rides Havash. And Isla rides me.
Yeah, boy.
All right. As you guys go to get Havash, and the stag is conjured. By the way, use the appropriate spell slot for that.
Yeah, I did.
And you become a dire wolf. Gearfree looks to you guys and then looks out towards.
We can get on Havash with Ian.
Yeah.
If it's all the same to you, I think I'm going to be staying in the city.
Oh, I see. We help you, but you don't help us. That's fine.
If Duncan is... Listen, I understand and I apologize. Truly, I wish that I could go with you.
Up soon so I can
One.
There is a something
one,
with
one,
entertainment
one.
notification that is currently louder than... Okay, there we go.
One, bark, one, bark.
If Duncan is out of the city and they lack certain leadership skills, and if Tobias is searching for things, and remember, if he's resting as he should be, they're going to need extra people to help defend the city if anything happens.
I mean, I guess.
I'm all for him staying. I did want to say to him, which is what the wanting and barking was, that if he could look into that spring while he's here.
I'll keep my ear to the ground.
Cool.
Bark, one.
You, like,
Agree.
he scratches your head.
Oh.
Jeez. Oh,
I like it.
by the way, Logan,
Yes.
I'm gonna kick my leg.
I realized that when we were leveling up, we forgot to take our cantrips.
Oh shit.
You can assign them
Logan.
if you toggle on your spell book. You can just search for them and drag the ones you want in. I just looked at Paladin level 3 spells and picked the ones I wanted.
The thing is, they have like particular spell sheets that are like
right,
unknown
because
stuff.
they're in the editions.
Do you guys want to quickly do that now? And by quickly, I mean tentatively quickly, or do you want to handle that just between games?
I mean, there aren't like a ton of cantrips to choose from.
Wait.
Can I take Prestidigitation?
Shadow magic.
Prestidigitation.
Wouldn't-
What? What
They're
else?
there. I can see them.
Yeah, I can
These are
fucking...
best ones.
Okay, so...
I love how we just know now that Gear Free speaks dog though, and it's great.
Normal. It's like my
Make
magic
something
tricks.
loud and yeah.
But for some reason, as an alchemist, it has a range of self. So I think we can only do weird shit to ourselves.
That's weird.
Okay, I threw it into your cantrips.
I'll take it out.
You'll take it as well?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that simplifies that whole ordeal.
There you go.
Yay!
I really just like Prestidigitation.
I know. I also like it because say it.
Okay,
Also, one time he got a word of the day calendar, and that was like it knows.
Alright, I threw your things
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
on there.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay,
Logan.
so the normal, the long rest rate of going here would have been 8 hours. The short thing is, or if you're rushing, is 4 hours. However, since you guys are on the horses, I will give you guys a chance to possibly treat this trip as a 4-hour long rest. Your long rest for the day. I'll be right
It
back.
just came out of a short rest too, so.
Yeah, I'll be right back, and I'll tell you guys how that'll go down. I'm just gonna grab some water. I want something that's not Red Bull.
Yay.
Is it okay if we check on the chat while you're gone?
What?
He's
Is it
already
okay
gone.
if we check on the chat while you're gone?
Sure. Just don't look at anything on the stream itself.
Yeah.
Oh. I'll probably stop.
I'm curious how this spell would work if it's ranged.
I just love how all of a sudden now that I know how good Wild Shape is, I just do it all the time now.
Yeah.
Although I mean, I will say like I kind of have my heart set on GAE-EL wanting to ride me, but Isla's fine.
Yo, damn right, boy. I mean, I'm lighter. I'm just trying to be kind to your
I
spine.
feel like I would hurt your back if I were to ride you.
You can
Boy!
hurt me as much as you want to, GAE-EL.
Oh god.
It's
Giggity,
so
giggity,
hot,
giggity,
though.
giggity.
I am
They need
confused.
their own beach episode together, I feel.
Okay, I'll put this lotion on me.
Just Stonewalker
Okay.
guy.
Yes, Dodge. I will be sure. I will be sure to Dodge.
Water. Yeah, just to explain my logic on this, the reason I'm giving you guys a chance for a 4-hour long rest is because you did just come through like a couple hours of travel. It was a short rest, and you're going straight into this, so just combining the two makes sense to me.
Okay.
How's the chat doing?
You're grateful for that.
Chat's doing fine. People tell me to make sure to get the survival checks good, and I'm like, I do it.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna make survival checks against the group. 1 sec.
Logan,
Making-
me and Izzy are kind of curious how fucking prestidigitation works if it's only for stealth.
These are things that I don't like answering like in the middle of a game because
Okay, then keep going.
I have limited
That's
time
fine.
to sit down and think about it, and I have to make-
Prestidigitation does a bunch of shit.
It's,
Yeah, no, we know that. We know what it does, but it's the fact
So-
that it's
so.
it's only for stealth that we're like confused about.
I'm gonna say that like you can only use it like around yourself. Like the effects would have to be limited to things like things you're touching and whatnot. Because part of it, prestidigitation, is you could, for example, like make a noise come out of another room or something, a very small one. In this case, I'll only allow the effects to emanate from you.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. We can talk more about the ruling in between games though, and see if we can find
Okay.
a fair like middle ground.
I'm turning off
Cool.
the chat.
Okay.
Yep, and I minimized chat too.
Okay, cool. Hi, chat. I love you.
I ignore you because I care.
We just can't be together right now.
Can't be together right now.
I want to be with you, but the only time that we can be together, others need me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
God.
It's dramatic.
So there is a thing, though. If you guys are going to take the 4-hour trip and make it a long rest, then you'll have to commit to the 4 hours. But since you're on horses, a short trip could be 2 hours. So, do you want another short rest and to get there in 2 hours? Or do you want to take a 4-hour trip and get there after a long rest, which will recover your spell slots, hit points, fix exhaustion, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, my
I feel
mom's
I feel like we should take the.
I feel like.
Yeah, I think that we're already getting there like fast enough. Like it was gonna be 8 hours, and like bringing it down to 2 is fine. But no, I think the long rest is probably very beneficial if we can do it in 4.
Agreed.
And GAE-EL?
Mhm.
Yes, good. Okay. I am going to count the summoning of the stag and the wild shaping as being post long rest, so I'll have you guys still expend the spell slots for those.
Gotcha.
Well, spell slot, and I believe how many times can you use it per rest? I can't remember.
I can do it twice.
Okay. So 4 hours puts you at 8:30 p.m. I'm just gonna go click menu.
Or someone after we go?
Well, it's because you'll be using the effect like during that time period. So,
That'd be good.
all right, and so long rest. All right, just gonna go through
I'm
and
not
make sure.
playing as well because there aren't kitties here.
No.
Oh, you want a kitty?
Yeah.
All right. I still haven't managed to sit down and refresh the cat list.
Oh no.
Cat 8. Cat 8 is one of the best.
It's a host kitty.
Like the Scottish accent.
The real Honey Senpai.
That's what I'm saying.
Aww.
It's a baby.
All right.
I'm
so
very
there.
happy.
Stop licking me.
There, now there's a
Can't
cat
see
on
it,
screen.
My thing isn't responding.
Oh no, it's baby Gaziel and he's sitting on Run High School Club manga box. And he's
no!
I'm just gonna go through and make sure that you guys don't have
Beautiful
any.
There it is!
It's beautiful.
That's Gaziel?
That's baby Gaziel.
Cutie. Oh, it's scary again.
He's so tiny. He's like 3 months old.
Oh my god.
I know.
Yes.
I thought Gaziel was older than that.
Oh, he's older than that now. He's like fucking.
Oh, this is a pig. Okay, I thought this was like a different cat that you also named Gaziel for.
No, I want a kitty here. And they
Okay,
want-
so.
So I was gonna say, if you got a new cat and you didn't name it Panther Lily, I'm gonna be extraordinarily upset.
Project Kitty,
That's fair.
though.
That's fair.
Project fucking something kitty entertainment
Yep.
Oh,
slash
shit.
slash Project Mouthwash.
Oh god, there's no cat puns for Team Humble.
I
Oh,
know.
That's right. Get
We just
fucked.
need to get all
Figure
about
it
them
out.
be Team Bumble.
Oh shit.
Also, guys, I'm just playing with the fact that the grid on this one's going to be hexes. It's a hexagon. Share. Welcome to the map that we'll be using. If it loads, to load. There it is.
Nailed it.
Now,
I'm so
how much
scared.
time we spend on
Solid.
this map is super duper up in the air.
It's still loading for me.
Oh, we're on hexes.
Oh shit.
Yes. That
This
thing
is what you were working on last night?
Oh, I made this a couple days ago. I was just playing around with Painter last night. But yeah, this is one of the RPG Maker maps, not the Dungeon Painter Studio maps. Hey, chat! If any of you want to make D&D maps and you want a useful tool to do it, look up Dungeon Painter Studio. I've used them very briefly, and I would happily endorse them. They're good.
No.
Yeah.
I thank Izzy for turning me onto it, and Buddy for turning Izzy onto it.
It's a super useful program.
Everybody's.
All right, let's all thank Buddy for turning Izzy on.
That's what I'm saying.
Always appreciate
Yeah, right.
So, you guys arrive here. I'm taking them off the thing. You guys are all fully rested. You should have all your spell slots back except for whichever one it was that GAE-EL would have used. You guys do see in the distance a light. See it coming closer with the force of ages, centuries gone by. Oh, fucking Deco, those were the
Protectors
goddamn...
of pride!
Right?
Defend the pride!
Doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle.
Yeah, do.
Fucking, no one else. We're doing a Power Rangers thing. I'm sorry, guys.
You guys.
It's looking great.
Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Good fucking
We
times.
see a cliff, by the way.
Yeah, you see a cliff off in the distance above the trees.
Yes.
I'm gonna actually make that more apparent, and that you guys see there's a river coming up this way.
Ooh,
You don't see a way up over there, so you
Oh,
you
I know
guys...
how to.
There's a
Don't
bridge.
see a way up. What you have me for?
I'm super curioso about how you're gonna do this because there's a bunch of different ways that you could.
Luckily, I brought my handy-dandy grappling hook.
Oh my god, yes.
You do know there should... Sasuke told you that he thinks there should be an easily climbable way up somewhere. But who knows?
Climbing.
Okay, then.
Alright. So, what would you guys like to do? Also, I'm gonna throw Finn the Owl down there.
Can Puppy Stonewalker just go straight north?
I'm still on Puppy Stonewalker.
Alright. Is that what you guys want to do? Puppy Stonewalker go straight north? Anyone else want to go north with him?
There.
Sure. That guy goes straight north.
Pepper
All right.
Steff.
Alright. So, Barkwalker goes north.
Oh, yay.
I would like you to make a perception check, please.
All of us, or?
Specifically, Pupwalker and...
As a wolf, I get extra stuff for hearing and smell. Would that be anything?
Yes, I'm actually going to bring up the direwolf sheet to see what its roll there would be. But I also need to...
Wait, we took a long rest, so that means I get my bombs back.
Yeah.
Yay.
You're just making bombs on the back of a fucking wolf.
Yo, right? Oh no, I dropped some explosives on you. Are you okay, puppy?
Oh yeah, make sure to refresh those for yourself.
Bork, bork, bark.
Yeah.
Make sure to go in and untake your ammo for that, Carrie.
Bork, bork, bark one.
So, direwolf.
Sniff. Bark, bork.
So, your... Okay, so has advantage on wisdom perception checks. Your check would be a +3 or your normal one, whichever's higher, and yes, it has advantage.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put one more under this, one inspiration under this.
Okay.
And then just roll mine. Is it gonna automatically give advantage?
I could set it to. 1 second. It should be skill advantage. Going down the list. Advantage. That would be a skill. Advantage perception. 1 sec, I'm just gonna put that on your sheet. Because you turn to a wolf often. That's the thing you've been doing more and more.
As soon as I learned it was good.
Yeah, boy.
Direwolf. ADV skill perception. Alright, your perception should have advantage now.
Okay. I'm gonna put one in. I'm gonna put one inspiration in it. So 2 rolls. 1, 2.
Nice.
21 was the highest.
Alright. You continue forward and then you suddenly stop. As you're moving through the forest, you hear it and smell it before you see it. Something very large, something that seems to be snoring, is on the path through the woods. By the way, the woods get really, really thick and become hard to maneuver as a wolf, and there's only one clear path. You see down that path there is a very, very large 3-headed dragon-like creature that appears to be curled up and snoring in the middle of a clearing.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
But I wanted to skip over the map you prepared.
Oh my god.
Huge.
Jesus fuck. Can we avoid it?
We could go through the trees and hope it doesn't hear us. Or we could go the long way over the bridge. Pupwalker just looks back at them like they can decide. It doesn't have a way to talk to them, so there's no way for her to debate.
I mean, it's real fucking big, dude. I don't wanna. I mean, wait, do we see it?
I kind of like do the whole pointer hound thing of like point to it, and everybody's like, "Oh shit!"
I was gonna say, like, is that how we see it?
Yeah, you guys can see it through there. You feel like if you get closer, it might wake up. You could try to sneak past it.
I was going to suggest that perhaps I could make everybody slither potions, which would turn us into living shadows.
Ooh.
But I only have 3 second-level spell slots.
So somebody's gonna have to die.
Alright.
Someone's gonna have to be the distraction.
Oh my god. I have anything stealthy.
I volunteer as tribute.
No, oh my god, no.
Yeah, both of my stealth spells are second-level spells.
Roll me another perception check, please, Stonewalker.
Oh, okay. Another inspiration on it?
If you want to.
Doing it.
Both 11s, nice. 19. You do notice, and I'm just giving you this information because it's good to have. The clearing that it's in seems to have a fairly clear view of the cliff ahead of you guys, and this creature is winged. Like, you see that it has a very large, rather impressive pair of wings folded in around itself like a blanket.
I'm just gonna turn around.
Oh my god.
If we wake this thing up, it's gonna fly after us.
Okay, wait, so, Logan.
Yep.
To cast a spell, like, I have to be in range of it, right?
Yes.
Okay, because it says that my range for, I have a spell called Silence, which I fucking forgot about.
Ooh.
I know. And it says that for the duration, no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range, and my range is 20 feet. Any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage, and creatures are deafened while entirely inside it.
Ooh.
Like, cast silence on an object in here with you, or is it like that?
I think it's a set on the ground. That's why I'm saying
You guys are skipping out a lot.
Cast it on the ground.
Does that happen for everyone else?
What's happening?
Are they skipping in and out for anyone else?
It happens every now and then for me.
Are we? Shit. Fuck.
You seem to be good now. So
I
is your
think
plan...
I think it's whenever they talk low, Discord skips them out.
That makes sense.
But yeah. So would I be able to use that?
What exactly is your plan?
Baber.
I'm just checking if it would work, because it would be attached to a bomb.
You're gonna.
But it would be deafened though.
But it can still see and smell us though.
That's a point. That's a point.
Okay.
No,
it
my
has
God.
wings and it's a dragon thing. I kind of want to kill it, but that's me, not Stonewalker.
I could also give us some pass without trace potions.
Ooh.
But again, you only have like.
Oh, pass without trace. I can actually do that with my wand.
Okay, so maybe you can.
You should
pass
just do
on-
that shit then.
I can actually. You guys just reminded me. I can actually do that with my staff. I can cast pass without trace. I'd have to revert back to being me.
Fuck.
I mean,
we're basically there though.
you
so-
say, here's the thing, you say cast without trace potions, but one of them, I guess for you, it'd be self, right? But in his case, if he uses it, it would give a +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks for everyone within 30 feet of him, of Stonewalker. So, the one cast would be all that's needed.
Yeah, but I want to be useful.
No.
I can also cast Speak with Plants. I can ask if this thing's mean or not. Can I talk to the trees and ask if this thing's mean?
Absolutely you can. Roll me persuasion.
Alright, I'm gonna put 3 inspiration on my persuasion.
That's fair.
Wait, no, I have to
Fucking
revert back
tree.
first. This okay. If we want to go to the cliff, I have to revert back now so that I can talk with the trees.
Boo!
So I'm gonna nudge for Isla to get off of me.
Yeah, now you lose your ride.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Boo.
It's fine. I can
You
still
got-
transform the way back. Don't worry. Or
She
in
gets
here
up.
if I have to, or out here if
Right.
this thing fucking tries to kill us.
but-
I would like to use the Staff of the Woodlands to cast Speak with Plants,
Okay.
and I'm going to use 3 inspiration
All right.
to talk with the trees around to see if this thing is aggressive or if this thing like wantonly kills things on the regular.
The trees are gonna have a very
Question.
particular. Yes.
Question: does a dragon count as an animal?
As a
Charm
like a
animal.
beast.
Yo, shut up!
Oh my god.
Like, does it count as a beast for the purposes of this conversation? Or it would count as an animal, yes.
Yes. Then it's fine if it wakes up.
I'm going to put 3 inspiration into my persuasion then.
All right. The trees are gonna have a very specific thing to say if you succeed this.
1, 2.
You're not leaving much to the imagination.
Nat
at this statement.
19! I'm getting so many Nat 19s!
You're right.
The trees point out that there wasn't always a clearing here, and that this thing is a destructive nuisance to the environment that goes around ripping up trees, digging small caves, devouring wildlife. It seems to indiscriminately devour things, occasionally cut off its own heads, which then take on a life of their own, skitter off to become their own creatures, and go on to do the same in other areas. The trees do
Oh,
not
you shouldn't
care.
have told me that.
The trees
Now I
do
want
not
to kill it.
The trees do not care for this creature that the trees refer to as Azme.
I asked the trees in my druidic language so that the others can't actually understand what I'm asking it. I asked the trees if
Summer camp
they
for the win.
if they need this thing taken away from the forest.
The trees won't have a very particular opinion about that. They see it as just a part of the natural cycle in the area. Though it's destructive, it serves its purpose. And after it carved its home out of this little forest and made a
They
tiny
calmed
clearing.
her down then.
Additionally, the trees also point out that even though it's a goddamn fucking nuisance, monsters do appear here very regularly, and it tends to kill and eat them.
Okay. So, on the one hand, she's like, this thing's destructive, it's fucking crazy, it's taking out trees, it's doing all this stuff. On the other, it's kind of needed for balance in the forest.
Also,
so
I'm just
she's
gonna-
not gonna immediately tell everybody, hey, let's fucking kill this thing.
Also, I'm just gonna go ahead and click this so that everyone gets a...
Oh, Jesus, fuck!
Oh,
it's
that's so
cute.
fucking cool.
Look how cute it is.
Nay.
You know what's funny? If you actually look at the area around it, it's trees and shit. It almost looks like it is exactly where you are.
You're right.
Kinda.
Jesus, fuck.
So I'm gonna turn to the others, and I'll actually tell them my plan, and then they can decide what we do. Then at this point.
Okay.
Do any of you have true polymorph?
We have polymorph.
I can
Oh,
attempt. I can attempt to get us up the cliffside and get us to my master's location, or my master's old workshop very quickly. Using my staff here, I believe I can summon forth a tree that can take us right up to the top of the cliff.
Oh, fuck,
We're doing this fucking 2 tower style. Fuck
Oh, I
yeah.
forgot about that.
Right?
I believe that is what my master probably did on occasion to get up to his area, to go away from this long path.
So we want to.
The landscape seems to have been built around use of the staff.
So we want to not disturb this dragon.
I can cast pass without trace with this staff as well. Get past the dragon, head to the cliff, and head right up with the tree. However, it still has a chance of finding us out. And from what I just learned from the trees, this is a very destructive creature.
Does it seem smart?
It is smart enough to have made its own home here. Whenever
it seem
monsters
like
come into
its
the forest, it
intelligence is
attacks
higher
and eats
than a
them.
4?
And it's a 3-headed dragon.
Like, yeah.
Or here's another idea. We could just go over the bridge and see if there's something better the other way.
Watch there be a bigger dragon.
An even bigger one!
A 5-headed Zmei!
Yeah,
You find Tiamat.
I'm completely fine with that as well, Ian. I just know that this path would be a lot quicker. I'll leave it up to all of you, though.
No, it just looks gross.
Only like 2 more days.
Yeah, boy. Logan, the glue did not hold on the chair.
Well, I didn't expect it to. It's not really meant for wood.
It's all good. I'm just switching chairs, yo.
But yeah, you guys got your new chairs coming in. So.
As soon as you told me the cliff was like 40, 50 feet, I'm like, yes! Because my staff can go up 60 feet.
Hell yeah. Great.
Yeah. Do we maybe want to try like just going over the bridge and seeing if there's an easier way that way, rather than going through the fucking 3-headed death machine?
We can try.
One other thing that I've learned from the trees, however, and again, this could be wrong or not, apparently this thing cuts off its heads and lets its heads regrow and make littler versions of itself to roam everywhere.
I feel like that's a problem for future us to deal with.
Yeah.
I think present us, if we go further into the forest, might have to deal with it.
Yeah, but we could take one head. Like, that's easy.
A little one, yeah. I feel like we should try and sneak past it. I feel like that's the solid plan.
To tell you the honest truth, I was hoping that Sasaki would make a big noise on his way up here, and he'd have to fight all of them.
I mean, that might still happen. I mean, like, once we bring down the bearer, he said he was gonna come. So maybe that'll attack Sasaki. Maybe it'll kill Sasaki. You want that, right?
I don't really want him to die. I just kind of want him to stop being as, well, powerful as he is for a moment.
If he's eaten by a dragon, then
I think Little Owl called it Schadenfreude.
Oh my god.
I believe the twins are quite familiar with this concept.
Yeah, yeah. Jesus.
Looks to GAE-EL. What do you think, GAE-EL? Should we go straight to the cliff or should we go around?
If this thing isn't intruding in this forest, I see no reason to forcibly kill it.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I wasn't mentioning killing it anyway. I was just going to go around it with, while making us undetectable.
I like the tree plan. I do.
I will side with whatever you choose.
Damn it, GAE-EL!
Looks to Ian and Isla. They're the ones that have to choose. We gonna go tree plan? We gonna go bridge plan?
Well, from the sound of it, Isla seems to be on the side of passing without a trace and going up the tree.
Yeah.
Ian, from what I've taken in, you want to go across the bridge and make your way through the forest and not deal with it at all. GAE-EL will side with STONEWALKER? Is that what I take from that statement?
The group in general.
The group in general. And STONEWALKER...
Alright, so Finn is the decider here.
Finn is the decider.
I look to Finn and I tell Finn to fly to whoever he wants us to go with.
Finn, where do you fly?
To GAE-EL.
There was no hesitation. There was not a single bit of hesitation.
That's what happens when you give a player control of the owl.
So,
it's just like to GAE-EL.
so what I'm seeing is I'm going to arrange your tokens here. So left is tree and right is forest. It seems like Ian is on forest. STONEWALKER, you proposed tree. Isla, you're on the side of tree, and then GAE-EL and Owl are in the middle. So it seems like tree has the most logical advantage here.
Alright, are we good with that then?
I'm happy with it, but if we end up getting attacked or whatever, I do not want to hear a fucking I told you.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine hearing I told you. So if we actually get fucking destroyed.
It's a solid plan, though. I like the plan.
All right.
Good plan. Happy to be part of it.
Yeah.
All right, sure. If that's what the group wants to do,
okay.
I will be happy to mock them when it goes wrong.
No. Oh.
I would like to have them all gather around me, and I would like to use Pass Without Trace with my Staff of the Woodlands.
Okay. Pass without trace. And that would be skill 10 stealth. That should do it. So I'm just going to add this effect to all of you guys because you guys will get this as a bonus. So the way this functions is you guys don't make sound and whatnot, which takes the shape of a +10 bonus to stealth checks.
Cool.
Where are you? Pass without trace.
Get back over here, Ian. That's a tree.
Where's Finn?
He's right here.
Boop. Okay, group. So you guys are going to attempt. You guys are going to attempt to sneak past it then.
Yeah, boy.
Okay. So,
If we hear any mumbling from the dragon, I'm just gonna have Finn fly over to it and be like, "Oh, it was just an owl."
I'm going.
Maybe he's gonna eat Finn, but you know.
I'm going to roll its. I'm going to roll its perception with disadvantage.
You put that poor owl through so much.
I know.
Ooh, it's pretty high. Okay.
Oh no.
So, I'm now going to roll a stealth check against the group.
Is it too late for me to point out that I'm very bad at sneaking?
Oh no, Gael!
Is
if we're around Gael, doesn't that mean that for our checks we get better?
Oh.
I believe. Gael, does that affect everyone around you?
What you what now?
Stonewalker's
My aura?
clarifying. Don't you guys get a bonus to
Saving throws.
Saving.
Yeah, this is a skill check.
Okay, that's my bad.
I didn't think that synced up. So the DC is 19. You guys got to beat a 19.
Wow.
Oh, what?
Right.
Oh, we can do that.
Sure. Yes, I'm very confident.
Wait, do all of us have to beat a 19?
Yep.
Oh, well, I'm putting some inspiration on mine then to make sure that I'm not the weak link.
I will use lots of inspiration.
All right, let's go down the list. Let's start in initiative order. Ian, roll me whatever stealth checks you're gonna make.
Are you putting initiative to it?
I'm gonna use two inspiration.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And it should give you the +10.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
You disappear. You are a ninja.
He's jumping from fucking like tree to trees, Naruto ninja, and he's.
All right, so Ian, you are absolutely undetectable. You would have been undetectable anyways, but you essentially, for all intents and purposes, turn invisible. Isla, go ahead and roll stealth checks.
Yeah, I'm gonna add 4 onto this, cause fuck. I'm glad I did that. 1, 2.
I mean, you've already
beat a
succeeded.
19 from the very
And
first...
you also turn invisible.
What? They're twin ninjas.
Twins.
They're twinjas.
Finn will not have to. Finn will not have to roll this because Finn can just fly up and over without being noticed.
As he is a bird.
Yeah.
As he is a bird.
As
Like,
birds.
if I really have to stealth check, he got a 29. So I was just all right. Gael.
I will put on 15.
Do you have stealth
Oh my
disadvantage?
god!
Here's the question.
Yes, I'm wearing full plate.
Yeah, you have disadvantage on stealth checks.
Oh no!
So,
Oh, here we go, boys.
So, wait, hold on. Yeah, it should automatically
Clink,
factor in.
Clink, clink, clink.
No! Oh, you got
I'm
this,
just like,
boy!
I'm just like
Come on!
looking over. I'm just like looking over at Gael, all his clinking. On the one hand, I'm worried. On the other hand, it's like he's trying so hard. Swoon.
Oh!
All right.
Stealth, 15.
Come on. God. Oh, God.
It's a good thing that you did this.
Oh god!
Oh, thank God. He beat it.
He dropped a 20 though.
Yeah, it's very upsetting.
10, 11, 12,
Ian, Isla, who are
We
they?
need to
They're
get
hiding.
Ninja Gael.
14, 15.
Alright, so you passed
Okay, well, I
it.
succeed.
Yeah.
Fucking just imagine you moving the slowest anyone has ever fucking moved. Just
Oh.
in like 60 frames per second, like slow motion. Just...
stuffing the cracks between the armor with leaves to bed.
Crinkle, crinkle. All right, Stonewalker. It would be.
I'm putting 5 on mine.
Yeah, Logan.
Yeah.
Not that it matters at this point, but I do have a question about Pass Without Trace work.
Yeah.
It's a shadow and silent. So if the problem with full plate is a lot of Pass Without Trace.
You're cutting off a lot.
Ah, shit. I just had a question. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Since Pass Without Trace says it creates a shadow silence, wouldn't it potentially negate the downside of wearing full plate in that it's noisy?
I actually would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like you said,
we did it anyway.
It doesn't matter now. But yes, I would agree that it, because the clunking and whatnot would be the issue. One could make an argument that part of it is like the actual like hiding visibly, because you can't really maneuver or like curl yourself up in plate armor, but it doesn't really matter when the thing is. Well,
I'm also.
Damn! So can we count the 120 that Aaron dropped his nat 20 so we can all have nat 20s?
We are, holy shit.
We're just like all up in the trees being stealthy. Guile's just on the ground like walking.
Just like a shot of all of you ninjaing your way past it, doing backflips over it. It doesn't even
Guile's
notice
like
you.
here, like, oh boy.
No, you dropped a 20, remember?
No!
You can count your 20 now. Everyone got nat 20s.
All of you dexterously just like fly at like running speeds across, perfectly hidden. Then like a solid minute of GAE-EL slinking from one side of the screen to the other slowly. But in the end, you all make it over there. You all make it to the other side. It doesn't wake up.
Yes!
Yay, Fang!
And there goes the whole...
Gonna refill my bottle of water, be right back, and then I imagine we're gonna create a tree.
Yay!
And there goes the whole encounter Logan had planned.
I was gonna say, everything
We're talking about there goes the whole map Logan had planned.
But he's really disappointed he didn't get to
Fire,
put that
boy.
in the stream.
May
I
have.
just like to imagine all of you just fucking Naruto running. It's
I
like
know.
do.
You're stretched behind us.
Oh, yeah.
And then GAE-EL is like dun, 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 dun.
You're doing the Kronk stealth run.
Yeah.
Doing your own theme music.
Full like sniper low crawl. He's just using his fingers and his toes to push himself an inch at a time.
Oh.
Water. Water. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Jermel. Jermell. How would you say that? Anyways, 1 bit, and once again the Ninja Parade passes by completely undetected.
Perfect.
They also said E and Isla, who are they? They're hiding from my memories earlier with 1 bit.
Well.
It's okay, I'm doing the same thing.
Who?
Now I'm sad.
It's a paladin.
All right. So, are you gonna create the tree?
All right. So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Pass Without Trace's concentration. I'm not. It's making the Staff of the Woodlands into a tree. Is that?
It's not actually a spell. It's an action to activate a magical item, so it wouldn't break your concentration.
I'm gonna plant my staff, and I'm gonna put it like basically right up against this fucking thing, and I'm gonna look at them all like, all right, so we can just be right here on each other and just ride the tree up like what I did to that one guy.
Didn't he fall down and hurt his foot?
It's like it's up to the two of them. Or it's up to all of them.
Do you guys want to ride the tree up, or do you want to climb the tree afterwards?
I'm really good at climbing.
Well.
Before they threw me out of the Goliath village, we used to have contests for climbing, and I usually won.
Oh.
Okay. I think that with me, since I'm gonna be within 5 feet of this thing to activate it, I have to write it up. I think. I don't know about that or not, but I'll let them decide, and I'm just gonna write it up.
I'm cool writing it up.
Hell yeah.
What the heck? That's weird. A lot of your HD didn't rest. I am clicking rest on all of your sheets to make your HD go back to where it
Yay!
should be.
Yay!
Oh, I
Huzzah.
remember why. It's because you only recover half of them. Well, congratulations. I just flubbernucked the system, and I just gave you guys back way more HD than you're supposed to get back.
I mean,
Because whenever you,
Missed out,
I forgot on a long rest, you're only supposed to get half of them back.
Oh shit.
Half your max. I was like, looking and like, why do most of you only have what? And then I fixed it, and then I realized I shouldn't have fixed it, and now I don't care because I'm
could you
a kind, generous
you
DM.
put up for me too? Because you didn't do me.
I mean, if you insist.
you are almost at
I'm
maximum, so deal.
Okay, good. Good. But
So, one way or another, you guys are gonna get up there.
hey.
This May is,
Where's the flavor text of the 60-foot tree erupting out from the ground?
Stonewalker places the tree in the ground. It begins to glow. Stonewalker puts her hand over it. Suddenly it begins to erupt. Small vines and branches build up around it, and they suddenly expand outwards. Leaves suddenly emerge from this growing giant stick of wood that becomes strong and large. Could you remind me how tall this thing's supposed to become?
It is to 60 feet tall.
60 feet. All right, that's good. You want to make it full height? You just want to go up as high as you need?
If I can, I'd just go up as high as we need.
We'll say high as you need. All right.
Okay.
So you ride the tree up. All of you grab onto the growing strong branches of this majestic oak tree. Yes, oak tree.
It doesn't say what kind of tree, so I whatever. Tree,
This
man.
majestic palm.
Oh my god.
Can I reach back? Can I reach back and get like a fruit hanging off of it?
Oh, nice.
We'll say it's an oak tree for the sake of it seems the most fitting.
Bite into like a hole.
Could be an apple tree.
I doubt it's an
It
apple
could be
tree.
a willow tree.
Is it it could be an apple tree. I'm just
this
saying.
oak tree,
Demon tree.
and you eventually all reach the top. You leap off or climb up afterwards. It's really your choice, and I won't make you roll because it's just a matter of time. I am, for the time you guys spent sneaking around the Zmei, I hate the way that thing is named. I'm gonna take a half hour off of you guys.
Okay.
So
I'm
it
gonna
isn't-
reach back to one of the branches, and I'm gonna touch it and get my staff back.
You do indeed. It comes back to you. It forms back into a staff. How ironic it is that breaking into your master's cabin would be made so easy by your master's staff.
I don't think it's ironic. I think this is probably how my master got here.
Makes sense.
Like this is the route that he would probably take all the time. That's why you gave me the staff that can do that, right?
From here, you can see the entire map. I'm not choosing to answer. I was revealing that before you guys like.
Sure.
Just
Hey,
curious.
look, they're-
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Just curious. There's a series of red pins on the map for me. Are they there for you guys?
No.
Good. Those are
see
DM
that.
only.
By
So
the way, there's a staircase over here. Oh man.
Yeah, that's where Sasky told me to go, though. I ain't going there.
All right. So you guys are at the cabin.
I am gonna
Yes.
look down at the dragon, though, like on ooh.
No.
It is-
Hashtag
Yes,
throws
from Iron
javelin. Hides in cabin. He's like, ah, what the fuck?
Wow, what do you know? I don't think any monsters that right way.
Shut the fuck up.
Just because you can't see stuff over there doesn't mean there wasn't stuff over there.
Oh, fuck!
Hey, this is in character.
You could have murdered us.
I'm saying that in character. You can be a dick.
That's
You just
As
got.
far as you can see, there are no other monsters.
Like, if you said in character, she's like, I guess you were right, Ian.
Yes. Everyone congratulate.
The cabin, the doors to the cabin are slightly ajar. The place looks like it hasn't been touched in a while. You do feel, as you are climbing up, you do feel the presence of a bounded field, a barrier. Though it doesn't seem to be affecting you at all. Sasuke has made mention that it keeps him out. He never specified exactly why it kept him out. Just that it did. So, it's up in the air for you guys to find out exactly what this barrier is trying to keep out that also includes Sasuke.
It is entirely just Sasuke. He hated him.
There's a garden that seems like it's been well kept. You've seen this before, Stonewalker. You know that Bruudhuvv had basically used magic to create self-sustaining gardens. So there's one over there.
I'm gonna look at it.
Where's the bounded field?
It's like a barrier, a spell that just surrounds the area.
Oh, like the entire area?
Yeah.
Would I be able to do like an Arcana check on it?
Yep. Go ahead and roll Arcana to see if you can understand the nature of the bounded field. No.
Well.
You should have used inspiration.
Yeah.
I have a +9 in Arcana. 16's not even a bad roll.
Well, damn, I guess you just suck.
It would normally, I'd throw you a bone on this, but in this case, it is such a particular effect that you can't discern what it's trying to keep out. The barrier is, like, you can tell it's there, but it's not even really interacting with you. It's almost ignoring you.
Alright, then I might need to use a spell slot. What if I drank an Identify potion?
Would that work on spells?
Let's see. You choose one object that you can touch. So I need to be able to touch it.
You'd have to find the source of the spell.
Yeah.
If
it is a magic item or some magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, blah blah blah, how many charge it has.
Yeah.
So if we find the source of the field, then you can touch it and figure it out.
Yes. Assuming that
looking
touching it would not kill
over
me.
the garden.
Looking
over the garden, is there anything in particular that jumps out to me? Like anything new that he would have put there? Anything out of the ordinary?
Nope, just basic.
Does he have my favorite vegetable there, and it's just like, aw.
Roll me investigation. Roll me investigation and Arcana.
Oh, damn. I mean...
I'm gonna put 2 on investigation and 2 on Arcana. Because I want to learn as much as I can about this place.
Boy. That's nice. That's
So,
nice.
Alright, the 17 will
Investigation was
pass on that.
17, and the Arcana...
Oh, shit.
9.
Well, if you put 2 on it, then you'd have 3 rolls, wouldn't you?
Oh, right. Okay, so yeah, let me do 1 more investigation and 1 more Arcana.
There you go.
That's nice.
So, yeah, you identify that apart from his usual stuff, just like food and whatnot, he did seem to be growing a rather peculiar set of plants, things that only have names in Druidic. They don't have English names. They're very hard to cultivate plants that require magic and mana to grow. And the Arcana check tells you their purpose. He was brewing. He was making ingredients for a essentially what boils down to a mind control poison.
Oh,
A very high level poison that it's not something that immediately affects a person. It's the sort of thing that you only know about this because at one point you would have read about it in one of his books when you're training under him. It essentially, when ingested, it seeps into a person's muscles, and the person that brewed it, who attunes to the poison, can activate it at any time after the person drinks it and seize control of the person's body. So he was.
I frown as I look at it. I'm just kind of sad as I look at it. I'm gonna pick up one of the carrots. I'm just gonna kind of just have it. And I'm gonna turn to Ian and Isla, and I'm gonna tell them about this because they're alchemists. Maybe they could use these ingredients for something.
Ooh.
I will say that specific potion requires a lot of very particular skill to make. It's basically impossible you guys would be able to replicate that exact poison, because it comes from over 100 years of Bruudhuvv having worked with these sorts of things.
But I can at least tell them the proper.
You guys see them good.
But I can at least tell them about the properties of the
garden.
Right?
You can at least relate to them what they do. Yes. Now, what are you two saying?
We're saying we're pretty good alchemists, but if we feel like we can't replicate it, we're also thinking burn the garden.
That's fair.
Oh, yeah, you guys are like, we're good alchemists. We've been
Oh shit!
14 years.
Yeah,
We're like 17.
Bruudhuvv,
Around the block a couple
Brood-
of times.
Bruudhuvv is an elf. He's lived like 10 times longer than you at least.
Yeah, fair.
I'm gonna mention the ingredients, and they can do with the garden as they will. I'm gonna take a carrot because
Gotcha.
it's fun. She's happy that he at least went back to gardening, but
Oh boy, a carrot, huh?
And
It seems kind of risky to have that on your person if he could make you eat it and then.
oh no, it's like the ingredients he was growing would all have to be mixed together and prepared in a special way, and the carrot wasn't one of them. The carrot was just a
and
carrot.
this was just a vegetable.
Yeah, it was just a carrot.
Fine.
He also grew food here.
I mean, you gotta be alive somehow.
He sends someone out like.
Actually, in fact,
make sure not to get the mind control carrots, the normal carrots.
You just walk up with a carrot.
Actually, since you've had us do this before, can I gather enough food to add to my rations?
Totally.
Oh.
Go ahead
So
and
add
roll,
to my ration number.
roll survival.
All right. I will not put anything on this time.
You just walk up with a
It'll be
carrot.
bad.
It's like, this is a vital component for
you can
mind
get-
control.
You can get three. You can get 3 more rations out of this. Also, everybody, if you go onto your sheets or collectively, could you guys take 4 rations off of your stuff for the trip here?
Oh, shit.
I mean, or take a level of exhaustion. It's your choice.
Do I even fucking have
So I'll
them?
just there we go.
Where are they?
Yeah, I'm not sure I have rations
Does,
listed.
I think Deco has them all.
I don't have any rations.
Stonewalker, do you have
Should I get rid of? Should I just get rid of 4, or should I get rid of 4 each for everybody?
Just 4. It's only 1.
Okay, I was
each.
just gonna say I don't have enough for 4 each, but.
Damn.
So this.
Alright, yeah, I can do that.
We're gonna scene shift over to GAE-EL, who is solemnly appears to be looking at the river. GAE-EL, what are you doing?
Because the rations are all of ours, I'm gonna have them help me get some stuff. That way, Guile can do stuff.
Old guy was actually just looking at the river because he saw the well and he's like, I wonder why he needs a well and a river. And so he was wondering if the water there was different from the water in the well.
Oh.
Oh my god.
They're over there being like, he was creating mind control drugs that he was using on somebody. Like, these ingredients are involved in, like, high magic, high alchemy that's, like, only the elves know. And you're like,
Why does he need a well and a river? What is he up to?
Surely either would be sufficient.
Why is there a G in the word laughter?
Oh, I love it.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
okay. Well, having done that,
Quotes. What does
Have-
he need a river and
having done all that, what would you guys like to do?
So after getting all of the safe getting all of the safe things to replenish our rations slightly, I'm just gonna like look for anything here that I would need for regents for any of my spells or for anything for that.
Cool.
All right.
And then we can burn the whole thing down.
Yeah, we don't usually address that stuff, so we'll say that you find some materials, but just
I'm just again, she's just not wasting it basically.
Yeah, it's role play.
I don't have to
You
add
need mark
anything to my
down.
stuff, but just not wasting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys are gonna set it on fire?
I mean,
Yeah.
do you want to look for anything that might be?
Yeah, I mean, I assumed we all kind of did that.
Are we all doing that?
Yeah,
Yes.
role playing wise, you could also collect things for your arcane poisons, you for your bombs, and then burn the rest.
Cool.
Yeah.
We do
Okay.
that. Now, how do we set it on fire?
I mean, I got Starburst. That's a cantrip. It wouldn't cost us anything.
That's pretty solid.
There's also
I have a torch.
there's
That's
a
also solid.
Using magic is.
there's
Oh
a
my god.
FYI, there's a fire pit right behind you.
Using magic is good.
You could light the fire pit with magic. Light the torch with the magic fire. Use the torch.
Oh, you got
Why won't you all let me have this?
All right.
So we just kind of look at Ian. Ian makes the fire with magic, and then we just light the torch and then light the rest of the garden on fire.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'll
that's
minus 1 torch from my inventory.
Just want to be useful today, you know?
you are useful.
Oh, God.
You know.
You know.
You know.
Kyle, did you find anything out? Did you find anything out?
It is a river.
Oh.
Good
And
job.
else?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Good job, buddy.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Proud of you.
Are you guys gonna head into the cabin?
Yes.
Dun dun dun. Okay.
Wait, should we look, look for traps or something before we just walk in?
That's a point. Can we roll investigation? Or...
I don't know. Can you?
You're the fucking DM. Am I allowed to?
Yes,
the
you
door
can.
is partway. The door
Okay.
is partway open. And here's the thing: the door is partway open, and he made it to where it would repel everything he doesn't want to have happen here.
Okay. He looks in the window and instantly goes inside. No!
Damn it, we're all inside now.
What the fuck?
Ben's just like, "Where'd you go?"
One roll investigation. I'm looking for traps.
Oh, dude,
He just looks over at the bird
Yeah.
at the garden on fire. Like that is not nice to have next to
did
a
it
wooden
put-
house.
Did it bring up the other map for you guys?
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
so you just disappeared. The house is claiming us one by one. Switching. So this map, FYI, was made with Dungeon Painter.
Oh. It's still loading.
Yes.
You don't take a sec.
Who the fuck is spinning their character all around?
Fucking Aaron.
Yahoo!
Beyblade.
Ripping
Let it
it up at the
roll.
speed of sound.
See, if we all just run in here spinning, then whatever's in here defending this is just gonna be so confused that we can take it by surprise.
There we
Why is it circular?
Oh, I decided to put a bunch of the outside ground there as well, just in case people decide to hang out outside as well. That way we didn't have to bounce between 2 maps.
go. God damn it, Eric.
All right, are you guys gonna go in?
I feel like we should, look for traps.
Yeah, I want to roll investigation. I'm scared.
Roll investigation.
Okay. 5.
And if that doesn't turn up anything, I'll Arcana, because it might be a magic trap.
Goodbye.
There are no traps that you can detect with that roll.
Oh.
Alright,
oh,
I'm gonna-
Oh.
Can
Roll
I,
high, Izzy.
Can I roll Arcana to look for magic traps?
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna use 2 inspiration just for this.
That's right. Ooh.
Apart from the bounded field, you cannot detect. You can't detect any magical traps, but you do notice a peculiar effect around the cabin. That as you look at it, you notice that there are bits of the cabin that seem to be withered away, that are out of place, as if specific spots began to rot more rapidly. As you open the door, the handle turns to dust in your hand as the door slides open, as if the handle itself was ancient, like hundreds of years old. Looking inside.
Do I remember any of this from living with him? Has he done anything like this before?
Nope.
Ooh.
And,
But with you, as you open the door, as you look in, this place is kind of well lit. There's an unlit fireplace in the corner that has a chimney coming up over it, so you could light that if you want a lot of light in the room. But this does remind you of his old place. It's arranged very similarly to how it used to be, except there's only one bed, which you guys know that there was at least one other guy with him, Laurent, the other guy that was helping him try to steal the shard of iridescent light.
What? No, it's exactly how it was there. Just one bed.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's odd that there's only one bed.
I see.
There's a table with notes. There's a wooden chest in the corner, a bench in the corner. There's a stool and a chair, a couple barrels. some old potions that you can tell might have had a magical effect at one point, but they've since gone inert. Some old rusted tools on the grounds and weapons that look useless by this point that are also rusted. If touched, they, again, bits of them turn to dust. There are some plants in here and some flowers around the room that are left up that some seem healthy, as if they're completely new, as if they're frozen in time. Others seem, like, withered, as if they've dried out, as if they're from another age. It's as if in here, time is weirdly out of place, and certain parts have rapidly aged while others have stayed still.
As far as like Ian or Isla would know, is there magic that messes with time?
You did get a high Arcana check. It seems like there might be some effect here that's been stealing time, causing things to rapidly age, but nothing's been interfering with time as much as like moving it forward or backward. It's just accelerating it in very tiny pockets.
Yeah, we may not want to spend a lot of time in here, guys. There's something messing with the time stream.
Time stream.
Yeah, we should probably figure out what's keeping up the barrier
careful.
so we can take it down for Sasaki.
Yeah.
Can I roll to age one of them?
Oh my god, no!
Roll me a d20.
Oh shit! I didn't expect you to say yes.
I didn't say yes. I'll keep that in mind, Derek.
Cool.
Oh my god, you fucking
I'm
mod.
going to check out. I'm going to check out his bed first, and then I'm going to head over to the notes.
Here's what I'm going to do. Eric, I want you to type in the following for me. I want you to type in /die space in the chat.
Okay.
In the game. /die space 1d12 minus 1d12.
Do you want to be super fish buddies?
And then hit enter.
Well.
Alright. Good to know.
I don't know what that means.
What did you do?
Did I do good?
Well,
all of us.
unbeknownst to them, you just cost them 2 hours.
Oh my god!
Fuck off!
Hey, Lamau!
That's fine.
They're on a schedule, goddammit!
I would also like to roll a d20.
No!
I may
wanted to check out the bed
do
and
this
then check out the
again.
notes.
You guys will not notice this, FYI.
Yeah.
Okay, so you check out the bed. Stonewalker. I will say that as you enter this place, you're overcome with a feeling of nostalgia.
Hell yeah, that's why I went to the bed first.
This place is arranged like like your old place used to be. There's even familiar charms on the walls. You're getting like flashbacks to your time with Bruudhuvv when he took you in and he taught you the ways of the Druid. There's a chest over
I
there.
go over and touch the windowsill beside the bed. I touch the bed frame. I touch the pillow.
There's obviously it's not on the graphic, but the blanket that is on the bed, it has a particular pattern like weaved into it. You can tell the Bruudhuvv made this because he always weaved like particular druidic symbols and whatnot into the things that he would make. So even that throws you back because it resembles one that he made you a long time ago.
Taking the blanket.
Oh shit.
Isla and Ian, you guys are opening that chest over there?
Yeah, boy.
Yes.
Okay. Opening it, you find a whole bunch of like rotted bits of like, well, not rotted, but like bits of metal and whatnot that are falling apart. You find cups and such, like wooden cups, wooden plates, and other things like that that seem mundane and useless. And you find a notebook.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Opening the note.
Let's look inside.
Let's see. I'd like you to roll me for what would be best here.
Hopefully he wrote it in the correct language for you guys.
Shit.
Roll me nature.
Huh.
Ooh. I'm gonna use 2 inspiration.
Okay.
I'm apparently good at that.
Same. I mean, alchemist, so.
Yeah, I'm also going to use 2 inspiration. Hey.
I mean,
Yeah.
so you guys can't read this, but you can tell. The reason I do roll language is you can tell that the language that this is written in is Druidic, which would mean the only person in the room that could read it would be the
I was
walker.
like, what language is this?
I'm too busy sitting on a bed and hugging a blanket. Give me a minute.
We're like super smart. How do we?
No, right? We should have at least a second language. God, we're stupid.
Well,
We're
no,
like just-
only druids can read druidic though.
Yeah, but it's the whole thing of us being. What languages do we speak? Oh, just common. Great. Nothing else.
Like spying her over.
Stonewalker,
You bring it over to Stonewalker?
we yell for her to come over. We need to get her away from that bed. She's gonna start weeping.
So,
I'm just like
Stonewalker,
holding onto the blanket, like.
Stonewalker, they pass you notes. These are what the notes say.
I go over to them. I
Ooh,
put the blanket in my in my bag, and then I go over to them.
Oh my god.
You can read them if you want to. Typos notwithstanding, because I had to write a whole lot of notes all at once. These were clearly written in the writing of Bruudhuvv.
I have been slipping poison into Mael Oran's tea. It was very hard to convince him to drink. As I expected, he's having no reaction. Though his body itself isn't rotting, it's clearly not alive.
And then you turn
I'm
a couple
becoming more and
pages.
more aware that Mael Oran is impatient about this island. He has already killed several people who looked at him the wrong way. There were more who chased him as a serial killer. I'm obviously going to need a way to protect myself while I'm asleep, in case he gets bored and wants to wear me as his new body.
Oh god.
Fuck!
It's fucking Sasuke.
There is a queen on the Adelian border who I hear protects Adelia. Her family has acted as a deciding force for generations. And if war ever began, she would be the largest threat to the island. I'll remember that. I'm growing special plants to use in a special poison. I'll have Mael Oran drink it, and it will soak into his bones themselves. If ever he turns on me, it will let me seize control of him, even if just for a few moments. It will be useful, either if he tries to kill me, or if he doesn't, and we reach the shard.
Ooh.
I rather miss my staff. Dragging an artifact around that was easily detectable by strong mages and killed plants around it was troublesome though. We don't want anyone snooping. The Robin I woke up to find in the cabin. She attacked us. She and Mael Oran exchanged witticisms and killing blows for the better part of an hour before she fled. They should sleep together already, or kill each other, or kill me.
Oh god.
I can only imagine that Orla knew from the get-go that Mael Oran wouldn't bring her back. The Shard, he in a different body, mind you, knew her for much longer. What venomous friends, ready to twist each other's neck at a moment's notice. So why would she send him? Was it to cause unrest here? Was she sending him on a suicide mission? What is the Shard really, and why does she want it? Stonewalker gets done reading this and just is glaring down at the book.
Okay. So, do we think that Sasuke wants to get past the barrier to take body?
It mentioned Robin in here.
That's what I'm saying.
It also mentioned somebody who could wear another body.
You okay? Need a hug?
I think... I don't want to say it. Someone else say it. I don't want to say it. She just kind of like closes the book and just looks down, like making a fist with her hand. Like someone else say it. I don't want to fucking say it.
I consider myself an expert on fine chairs.
Drow donated $5 to Bruudhuvv's blanket. Let us make a new blanket for it.
No!
A southern blanket fort. What's in the barrels?
You open it. If you open the barrels, you'll find old, like, dried out plants and whatnot.
Not booze. Okay.
I was hoping it'd be water,
Gael,
so
roll
you could be
me
like, why do they need barrels of water too?
Gael, roll me.
Oh my God.
Gael, roll me investigation.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Wow. That's upsetting.
All right, roll me perception.
Is he looking inside the barrels right now?
That's better. And Gael, your attention is drawn over the table that has some old books scattered around it. As you rustle through them, some of them turn to dust, like they crumble away. but one, which appears to have a slightly magical tinge, as if it was paid more attention to, and given a very, very light blessing by a mage that wanted to keep that particular note around, doesn't crumble. This one's just in English. You can read this just fine.
Ooh.
There are various notes scribbled on pieces of paper, none of which are marked with dates. They seem to be from different times and written in different sizes.
That is stage direction.
The actual
Gael is
note,
reading
yeah.
the script.
I am reading Stitcher. Sarcastically, I am.
I just look back as Gael starts reading.
A priest from the Order of Ki-Rin offered help getting in, named Ferris. It's promising. He doesn't eat. I do. I wish he'd consider that I want more good berries.
More
than good berries. I want more good berries.
All right.
Does he sleep? We still need bread. The basement barrier works. Milo around. If you read this while I'm out, that's my private space. The High Priest of Alquam and Dajin when collecting information. He's gullible. The people love him. I don't think he'll be useful to us. 2 weeks until we go. I hope there aren't any half-firbolgs in Adelia. Pity. I enjoy their company from time to time. They're naive people. Milo around laughed at my attempt to cook break. I hate cooking.
Bread. That's supposed to be
problem.
bread.
Yep.
Cook break.
It's just cook break.
I think he meant bread.
Probably meant bread. Alquam and Ki-Rin won't be a problem for us. They seem to be just high spirits, not gods. They're too concerned with territory to be aware of what we're doing. Orla was wise not to come here. One look at her arm and people here would burn her at the stake, unless that thing came with her, that walking graveyard that sees to her needs. We need bread.
We need bread.
So, are we not going to talk about how Orla and people are connected here?
Well, I mean,
Orla
to be
told you guys
honest,
that.
to be honest, like, I kind of assumed since she sent us here and knew about all these people in the beginning. That she had
remember,
to do with
I know
things,
it's from a long time ago, so I'll just remind you guys. When Orla sent you here, she pointed out that an associate of hers, Mylaron, the person that was with Bruudhuvv, she said like he came here, that they were researching the shard from afar, and that he came here.
and he didn't bring it back.
Yeah,
or
he went
wasn't
rogue and tried to
planning on
keep
or
it.
something.
Yeah. Well, you guys decide what to do. By the way, let's see. Ian, roll me perception. And
Okay.
investigation.
Can I put like inspiration on these or?
If you want to, yes.
Yeah, I'm glad someone else is doing investigation and everything else right now, because I would force myself to like have disadvantage on these.
All right, I'm gonna use 4, so like 2 on each.
Cool.
Sure.
Okay, so perception 1, 2.
Oh,
Whoa!
yeah.
Okay, so you don't even need to roll investigation. So don't even use the inspiration because you haven't actually gotten to it yet, technically. You notice the sound of like wind moving through a small passage, as if like there's like a place that air is circulating through, and it draws your attention to the top right-hand corner to a hatch in the side that seems to go down into an underground place, which correlates with what Gael just said, where the note mentioned a basement.
Oh.
Hey guys, check this out.
And I'm gonna refill
Fill
my
it up.
water again. God, I drink a lot when I'm doing this.
Well, you have to talk a lot.
That's
There's
true.
a draft. There's a draft coming out of here. I
I'm
think it's
also going to be right back while he's filling his water.
He said the basement's his private study. I'm not sure we should go there.
That's probably where Sasaki wants to go.
It might be the source of the bounded field.
It's probably the place that he wants to go through, which means.
But the note says it's private.
Yes.
You're Stonewalker going up
Gael,
to.
he would let me in.
Oh, okay.
He would let me in, Gael. Don't worry.
Yeah. If we go down there, we better be prepared to
I should get in
dispel
the
some
habit
pretty
of just,
powerful
like,
magic.
grabbing 5 bottles of water or something and having them beside me.
Am I still cutting out?
No, you're good.
No, you're fine.
No, you're good.
Okay, cool.
Stonewalker's gonna look to Ian. If Sasaki is
Yes.
should we even try to open this up if Sasaki is Myloran?
I mean, at this point, it feels like we need that.
You did cut out with that one though.
Ah, god damn it! I think I need to have Carrie turn me up or something.
Well, she also cuts out.
It might be a matter of turning your Discord settings, like changing the
Your noise gate, yeah.
Yeah, your
All
noise
right,
gate.
I'll one sec. I'll try and mess with hers.
I mean, you sound as loud as everyone else to me.
No, it's no noise gate. Doesn't. It's not about your volume. It's about when your microphone picks up the volume.
It determines at what decibel level Discord starts like letting your mic come through as voice chat. So like basically, if you got your noise gate up too high, then if you're like talking and you like get a little bit quieter on part of your sentence, then it decides that that's too quiet and then it cuts off.
It's really weird because right now, like, Stonewalker's looking at these notes like, he didn't tell us he was Milo Ren, and then the other part's like, but does that really change anything?
Alright, how do I sound now?
It kind of changes everything. At the same time, it also...
You sound good now.
I mean, does it change everything for right now? We still kind of want to go down here, but...
Yeah, I mean, we kind of need all the help we can get.
Yeah, but if this is the one that refused to come back with the shard, he's probably not gonna be helpful to us at all.
I mean, we could always betray him later.
None of you guys would fight with me the last time.
Oh yeah, because it was suicidal. Oh, I see what you're saying. Right. Well, I say we go down there and just proceed with caution. Like
So
a lot of caution.
I do want to know what's down there, even if I'm just gonna look to them. Should we feign ignorance around Sasaki when he does show up? Because I'm sure that once we find what's here, the bounded field will go down.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it'll all depend on what we find in that basement.
I just realized how Attack on Titan this is. What's in the basement?
Hey, Logan.
We need to know what's in the basement.
Gael puts the note in the fire.
How did I skip time again?
Shut the fuck up, Eric.
I know.
Emerald, roll me a d20.
Okay.
That means there might be people.
D20 go.
Oh
Nat
shit!
20.
That better be good.
No, it's not. Do slash.
Damn it!
Emerald just.
You're stabbing me in the back from beyond the grave.
Emerald.
What the fuck is happening?
Emerald, do slash die space 1d12 minus 1d4.
Oh no!
What is happening?
Nothing. Well, I don't know.
We're gonna be going
What's in
for
the basement?
like freaking 8 hours.
Think I got it?
Oh no, it was 1d12. Type all this after the slash. Like do a slash, then type that.
Oh, 1d4. Sorry.
At most we're losing 8 hours, or at least, or I don't know.
Oh god. Oh fuck.
Well, you don't know. The last time it was negative and you lost 2 hours.
That's maybe we gained.
Yeah, but he said it wasn't good.
We don't know.
He said it wasn't good.
So you guys are heading into the basement. You guys aren't noticing that this is happening. I see no need to tell you what happened.
Yeah, that's fine.
Don't be an
Like, message it to me privately, though.
Was actually 8 days come out and the city's on fire.
That's like kind of my goal right now.
Because of who I am, I think I know what happened.
Is to crater the entire campaign?
No.
But I do think that even though we have gotten the new information we have, we are gonna probably go down.
Would have gone down.
And
It's
one
okay because
sec, I'd like-
Stonewalker's here.
Eric, I think you should message me privately what just happened.
Basically like my dad, so this is like my place, so it's fine.
Yeah, I could swim with that.
There, I've told 2 people what happened.
I already could tell.
I swear to God.
I hate all
So-
of you.
God damn it.
Let's go to the goddamn basement.
He's going to the fucking basement!
All right, I'm moving you over.
Unleash your Titan form.
You guys go down. You go down, and there's like a staircase. There's like tiny gems inlaid into the walls that like light everything up just enough that you can see properly. You end up in a small room. It's kind of stuffy down here. There's a fire pit over there that seems to just be coals that they seem to be lit. Like they seem as if they're probably perpetually lit, and they're just there for like warmth down here. There's a scary-looking altar that in the south side of the room that has a bear skull sitting on it with a red gem inlaid into it. It doesn't take an Arcana check for you guys to quickly realize that is the center of some kind of spell, and it doesn't take long after that for you to realize what spell it is. It is the Bounded Field is centered there. There are more barrels. Those barrels, one of them has booze.
Choose what?
Did you put the other map down?
Yeah, just scroll to the left on the or the right on the map I gave you. The same map.
Oh.
I know, I did the same thing.
There's also on the right side there's a cabinet along the wall, and that little orange bit, that is a set of double doors.
Okay.
This place
Can we roll like an investigation to look for traps or anything?
Go for it.
Don't worry. I'm gonna put 2 onto it.
Do it up.
1.
Yeah.
There are no traps.
Definitely no fucking trap. Boy.
I'm going to mention to the others. Could we leave the altar for last? I'd like to have as much time as we can to investigate this place before Sasuke arrives.
Kyle brings the barrel over to Stonewalker's like, you probably want some of this.
Oh my God.
It's made with good berries. Anyway.
Oh my God.
The other barrels would be full of like one would be full of old apples that are dried out and like not edible anymore. Another one with fish that seems to have mostly rotted away and then hardened. Again, spots of this place seem like they're more aged, but the fact that the basement's more made of stone makes it less noticeable.
But I'll just mention the whole thing of like, let's not try to destroy the altar, like do anything to the altar yet until we look around. But if they can do whatever they want to at that, they don't have to listen to me. I'm not their mom.
Kyle's just drinking.
I'm not bitter.
Wait, I'll go get cups. He goes upstairs.
You can go get cups. I'm gonna go to the door.
Gael, roll me perception.
I'm gonna use 2 inspiration.
He has to find the good cups.
Oh no.
That's not very good. That's
Not bad.
okay.
That's worse.
Does he at least find the good cups?
He finds cups. You do not notice the thing that you were sent up that you could have noticed.
That's fine. He got the good cups.
As long as you got the good cups.
I'm back with cups. Who wants booze?
Yeah, boy!
I've never had Druid booze before.
Oh, be sure to be sitting.
All right, who's drinking?
I'm going to the doors. I'm not going to be drinking
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
gonna go to the door first before drinking.
Gael, you drinking?
Yeah, he'll just have like all like I'm assuming he got 4, so he's got all 4 full, and he's just kind of walking after everybody with one like hanging from his mouth.
Oh my God.
Have you had any of it to drink?
Yes, he's drinking it.
Roll me Constitution.
No.
Oh boy.
He takes one drink. He's just on the ground.
It's check or saving throw?
Saving throw.
Effect.
Because this stuff, it wasn't intended to be this strong, but this stuff is a certain like magical booze, and it has been allowed to age far longer than it should have.
Because of magic aging shit.
Oh no.
Okay, so Gael,
Oh my God.
where are you?
I remember the first time I had Master's booze.
Oh.
Gael, you are now intoxicated.
Oh shit!
Hey, Lamau.
God damn it.
It's some good stuff though. Tastes very good. It's very sweet but full.
It is good berry wine.
You should
Yeah.
definitely take it with you. Do it.
Just the barrel.
Just have the barrel now instead of the cups.
You can
And you've
sell it as
never
the
gotten-
finest wine.
You've never gotten drunk this fast. Then again, Kyle's experiences with drinking in this game haven't been very impressive. I'll take you.
Aw.
Other people, you're opening the door.
I'm just looking at GAE-EL, just like I remember my first Bruudhuvv brew.
Oh my god, that's what it has to be called.
My first Hoobroof.
Bruudhuvv.
Broodproof. There are a lot of names we could give this.
Are you all drunk right now?
Walking in,
No.
it looks like
Wait.
this is. It looks like this is the second bedroom. There's a wooden and metal chest up on the near the door that appear to be basically falling apart. There's a table with more notes on it. Some old maps that have mostly been scrawled out. None of them really seem to have anything useful on them. A bed and some rotted barrels that you can't even tell what was originally supposed to be in them. On the
Going
south side
to
of
the
room.
bed to see if it has a nice blanket.
It does not.
God damn it.
Damn.
Oh.
Sell the brood briar.
Looks like Ian's the lucky winner who wandered towards the table first.
Damn it.
I'm kind of out of it, so I'm not wandering towards anything important right now.
Ian, do you like
Yeah.
reading?
Oh, fuck.
Sure. I mean, I'm a scientist.
You find what looks like a small tome of notes that flicking through it, most of it's gibberish to you, most of it is like notes that seem to be analyzing and talking about like a ritual, about the ritual surrounding the Voidreach Chapel, exactly what the building is there for, and most of it doesn't mean much to you, but you pick out a bunch of passages, which I'm sure are just laden with typos, so be kind.
God, are you trying to kill? Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Hey,
Oh, it has a scroll. There's
Dance
more.
for me, peasants!
fucking strap in, kiddos. It's story time.
But Mitos within this book.
These are
Here,
all notes.
Ian, just come over to the bed and sit down.
Yeah, I just like sit down on the bed.
Let
Come
everybody
on.
gather around. If he faints from lack of air, we'll pick up where he left off.
All right.
Oh,
The Natos within the book are on a variety of topics, most of which are vague corrections to a ritual means to disable and modify the ritual binding the shard of iridescent light to the Voidreach Chapel.
Ooh,
Several passages are relevant, however.
cool.
All right. Passage regarding the Voidreach Chapel and its ritual. And the ritual, while old, isn't beyond my understanding. It's mostly like Orla thought it would be. What isn't clear is the nature of the area itself. The entire chapel and the surrounding area seems to be a huge magical artifact built long ago, before Adelia itself. It's possible that Adelia was erected around the site of the chapel when the mages who conjured it into existence learned that it is, for all intended purposes, a source of infinite mana. The void is what it would be called in common terms. A long time ago, there was a massive battle with a creature of the sea, and its body was left in the ocean. Presumably, its corpse settled where the structure now stands, and began corrupting the world around it. That's the only reason I can think of a facility like that being built in the middle of the ocean.
Interesting.
While the ritual is disturbed and its cornerstone, the shard, is removed, it's not entirely clear what will happen, or when the ritual was disturbed. The ritual suppressing the remains of the Druid below may reach out and try to see something of equal value. In that case, the spirit of that lich residing within the body of Mylaran will probably be selected. That's why I brought him after all. If the ritual tries to seize him, that's fine. I have devised a secondary sealing spell that will let me take control of whatever is alive down there, using Mylaran's hopefully dead body as a controller. If there are no bodies immediately nearby for his mind to jump into, then it should be fine. He'll be trapped. The void should erase his identity, and the world will be rid of something horrible. When the Cutterwood remains will be... then the Cutterwood remains will be mine, and Adelia will wither away.
Oh,
See, my evil daddy may be evil, but at least he has a greater good kind of thought.
That's
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Right.
Sure he does.
Sure he does, Stonewalker.
He's trying to
Maybe
get rid of
evil as
stuff.
fuck, but he has good booze.
You're right.
Alright. Now, Chapter 2.
Oh my god.
Passage regarding Robin.
Ooh.
Ellipses. He doesn't seem concerned. He even affectionately named her Robin. That assassin of the church has been following Malaran, in quotation marks, since we got here. I thought that she would be lost when he entered the gate to Adelia, but she seems to have skills that allow her to track us. Then again, Malaran isn't hard to follow. There are parts of me that feel like bringing him wasn't worth the trouble. But he'll have the uses. He'll have his... He'll have his uses, Morty.
Yeah, all right.
That assassin has come close several times to killing me. Or killing us. Me, at least. Malaran never seems to take humans like her seriously, so how would I know? But it always stops. She seems to be fascinated with Malaran. Even in an old, withering body, Sasaki Kojiro...
It's not that next word's supposed to be intrigue.
Ah, that's not even kind of correct.
I'll kill you. Listen, you see how much I had to write?
Jesus.
Sasaki Kojiro's intrigue seems to drop.
His Druidic is his first language, okay?
Another thing, why do you write all this in common?
What a fucking idiot.
Wait, it's the real world. Can we just say English?
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
All right. Passage regarding Druid, the billowing beast. Ellipses. It's taken a while, but I've done it. I found an old library in one of the hidden tomes from ancient Adelia, and it has books that speak at length about Druid, the thing sealed underneath the void-rich chapel, and why it was sealed.
Why it was sealed?
Why it was sealed, you see.
Oh my god. Yes.
The beast was likened to a dragon of old Ireland.
Boo.
Fuck the Irish!
Fuck the Irish! Woo!
Cheating Ireland, just like
High five.
Woo! Fuck Ireland!
Go on.
Continue. But more than that, it was the embodiment of calamity. Some people briefly believed it to be a god, and when compared to Adelia's Alquam and Ki-Rin, it certainly deserves the title. They are grains of sand compared to this creature.
Kill you.
It twisted the world around it, and even after death, it seeped disaster from its corpse, corrupting those who came near. Legend says an old Irish hero even fashioned a spear from its bones that became one of Ireland's most feared weapons, the GAE-EL.
Homosexual ball.
Prefer the homosexual ball.
That was why I paused. I was waiting for someone to get it out of the system.
I'm staying quiet. This is like the one like once per campaign moment where I as the DM can sit back and be like, dance for me. Read.
Jeez.
The need for the ritual is apparent now. The creature is tearing a hole open in the world, causing a singularity between timelines from which old, lost information was becoming real and affecting the world. It's why Adelia has monsters from the Age of Magic, and why pseudo-dragons can exist here. They are kept alive by this monster's curse. The shard Orla sent me here to research, like she thought, is the remains of an old holy artifact, the remainder of a light that once led people in Ireland. Its connection to heroism... Yes, boo. Its connection to heroism is probably what makes it vital to the ritual, since the ritual of the chapel is a conceptual one that represents, quote-unquote, a hero the world from disaster.
Defending. I don't know why I forgot to write defending. That's
You
Okay.
suck.
that upsets me. A
No,
hero defending the
no.
world from disaster.
A
Cool.
hero defending the world from disaster is what I assume he meant to write.
Solid.
The hero of Karuid, or the spirit of Karuid, and the spirit of the hero who are locked in eternal combat they can never escape from. Oh my god.
You're like halfway done. You can do this.
Are we gonna meet Ki-Rin?
Oh my god.
If the ritual ever ended, the singularity would open, and the second magic would invert. Do I know what the second magic is?
The ability to move between timelines, or rather, the ability to perceive and interact with different timelines.
Gotcha, so like multiverse shit.
Yeah.
Any event that transpires would follow the timeline,
Oh,
with all branching possibilities slamming to one. The multiverse we live multiverse would
You're cutting out
be
a bunch.
centered around Karuid. Oh shit.
I hear him just fine.
Never mind.
Really?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
yeah, yeah.
All
This is
right,
pretty
it's
good.
something on my end. The unfortunate thing is, if it's something on my end, that means it's also something on the stream's end.
Oh, fuck.
Rip.
One sec. Let me move my mic slightly closer. Cool. The multiverse we live in would be centered around Karuid, with no possibilities existing outside its actions.
Solid.
The chaos would spread, and anyone who seized control of that magic could affect not just our timeline, but instead cause their actions to become a single true imperial timeline.
Oh shit.
Do you mean imperial or empirical?
Shut up and drink.
Cool. Cool. I could use it to save this world from mankind. I could erase mages who pervert nature, and there would be no timeline in which they escape. It would be the death of the second magic entirely, and this would could
World.
This world.
and this world could return to a truly beautiful form.
Okay, so
And
when
this
I said
would
he
could
wasn't
return-
that evil, we just have to. We have to give and take a little bit, all right?
So what I'm getting from this is your master wanted to kill everyone in this room, basically.
Not me.
So, just
Whatever.
because wibbly wobbly magic. Just to
It's world. I meant to write world.
I like
To-
to think
to-
that Ian drank before he started reading, and then all the mistypings are just out loud.
So, just to simplify magic
And this
talk
would-
just to simplify the magic talk of exactly what's going on there for those that might be having trouble. What the fuck was that?
Sorry.
It was Izzy dropping stuff.
The coaster got stuck in
What
the
that's,
glass
but
when I was
basically
putting
what
it
that passage is saying is that the Druid can affect different timelines, and using it, a person could prevent new timelines from being created and just have one singular timeline.
Basically,
I-
no more branching paths from not going to the grocery store one day.
Correct. It could affect things in a way that any actions that revolve around the Druid are like absolute in all timelines.
Shit.
Fuck.
You don't want that.
All right. Chapter the 3rd.
Solid.
Passage regarding my Aaron. He still doesn't suspect anything.
Stonewalker just looks really attentive now.
I was like, can we have a pee break for this?
Yep.
Do you
Also-
see a bathroom in this hut, Isla?
I don't care who keeps reading, by the way, but if you want to try to pass it off to anyone because you're getting tired, Ian, feel free to. I made a point of saying this will be the most lore-heavy game in the entire in the campaign, and
If
I
Ian
mean-
wants to take a drink of the booze, I can do
I'm
it.
happy Oh yeah, I'm happy to do it. I'm finally getting
Yeah,
to
okay,
do
then
so.
go ahead.
Finish
My crazy ability to read English.
it.
Better than mine.
That's true. I feel that.
All right. He still doesn't suspect anything. The thought that this old man traveling with me is just the latest suit worn by the famous serial killer from New York, the Blade of Kojiro, is baffling. At the same time as I see the truth of things around him, and he at times shows intense knowledge about Adelia. I've researched it for years, but didn't know about the old hidden tomes and shrines
Go
here.
ahead.
Is that tomes or
Make
tombs?
my day.
I'm assuming it's tomes. Move
Cool.
on.
I doubt he did entirely. His eyes seemed to simply see them.
No, he did either. His eyes seem to see.
Oh, yeah. When I found him and requested his help, it was only because I heard this island has some connection to the Void, a place between timelines which contains nothing but interacts with everything. Contains nothing but interacts with everything. His mastery of the second magic would prove useful, though. Mastery may not be the right term. He seems to have limited specific usage of it. He came only to find an artifact he calls a catalyst.
Solid.
Apparently he will be fighting in a war. The name he's using, Myalaran, is one of his own invention, created to distinguish himself from the body's original name. He is in the body of an archmage known as Samuel Rasner, the Inferno. I've noticed his arm, though. It seems like even though he took this body for himself, he cut off the arm, the right arm, and attached a new one. I wonder why. I suspect he keeps the old arm in that box he carries. I wonder why it needs to be protected. What's in the box?
Shit's all coming together, y'all.
What's in the box?
Oh my god.
When I ask about his body, he tells me openly that he stole it
Jesus.
when Samuel Rasner hunted him down. He says that mage was taking part in a war in Helsinki in a few years, which required a catalyst, and the Blade of Kojiro is a famous serial killer in New York, whose name harkens back to the famous swordsman Sasuke Kojiro. He likely thought to use the body of a serial killer named for an old hero to forge some connection to one. I imagine he was surprised to find that the Blade of Kojiro was a lich born from Sasuke Kojiro himself. I imagine Myalaran wants to take the shard as the catalyst. I plan to remove him before he can do that, but only after he helps me take it. I have a plan to seal him in a new part of the ritual, locked in place and unable to escape. His identity that jumps from body to body will be trapped in the void. There may be no other way to kill such a person, if you can call it a person. Myalaran is merely the latest shape that the phenomenon called Sasuke Kojiro, an entity born from the hatred of an old samurai, has taken. And finally, Chapter 4. Passage regarding the Void.
Dear God.
Ellipses. A place beyond time and space. It is what is lost and where everything can be found. The Void is the space between timelines which represents impossibilities. It is filled to the brim with all information that has been lost, the identities of creatures and species forgotten by all and shaped by the actions that no one in any timeline ever takes. This world is filled with infinite possibilities which split apart, forming different realities. This is the second true magic. However, there are actions we can't take, actions that no matter what timeline a person would never do. For love, for honor, for fear, it doesn't matter. If a man must kill his wife, but is possessed of a love that is so strong he could never do it, no matter what. What is with that? No matter what.
Elves don't believe faces.
Yeah, I think you're drunk.
When the timeline in which he makes the choice to do it is realized within the darkness of the void, those illogical impossible feelings become it, and a new entity capable of outside itself forms. The void is, in a way, the blueprints of an impossible reality which conflicts with every possibility imaginable. A single timeline, never realized and rejected by the universe, which is an illogical negative image of every timeline. Should it ever interact with our world, it would take a shape that even the most powerful being, even people like Sasuke, would want to remove from the world. For fear it would twist it into an unsightly shape.
He kind of sits back onto the bed and just stares up at the ceiling at this point.
My God, I feel like we've been here for years.
For years.
You probably have. I'm kidding.
Fucking 8 years have passed. We're like, shit! Oh my god.
So this is what Bruudhuvv was doing after he left me.
Seems so.
And the Bruudhuvv walks down the staircase.
Oh
What
god.
are you doing here?
What up, bitches?
Sasuke saved us all 3 days ago.
Oh my god.
Get out of here, Wishbone.
Lorenzo's still alive.
Under the control.
You know, there's probably a reality somewhere where Lorenzo's alive according to these notes.
Yeah, the reality where he survived. Not only survived, but he murders every single one of those guards brutally.
Eric, why did you roll something?
I just felt like it.
Okay. I
I
got
was
it.
hoping maybe Lynn would
I'm
take
gonna have
it,
her
but...
after hearing everything that Ian can like say that's legible out of that. I'm just gonna start looking over the maps that are on the ground.
Yeah.
They're all just different maps of Adelia. Some of them are like, the like images of the towns in Adelia. Some of them are just like forests where certain ingredients can be found.
Do they have anything for the Void Reach Chapel?
They do not.
Let's have one more look around the basement before we do anything with that altar. We won't have but a minute or so for Sasuke to show up. As for the books,
What's in these?
I guess just keep them. I don't know if Sasuke knows they're even here, although he probably does.
Mm.
And GAE-EL, you just stay shiny.
Stay shiny.
Shiny, shiny boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check out these barrels down here.
Am I shiny?
Like I said before, those barrels are rotted. You can't even tell what used to be in them. It's either dust or mush by this point.
Then I will wait for
I
them
mean,
to check.
maybe we want some
I will wait
mush.
for them to check those chests.
Fine. Yeah, we're checking out the chests, yo.
Okay,
They
I'll
are-
check out this one.
The chests were most.
Yeah, boy.
Did you just?
There you go.
I saw myself move to the bed after GAE-EL went over here. Did he just throw me under the bed?
There's a timeline for everything.
I feel like we should-
Stop saying.
Who's
All
there?
right.
Damn it.
Who just complimented us?
Be right back. Real
God
quick.
damn it. What's in the chests?
Again. You'll find out soon.
What? Jesus.
I just like grab GAE-EL's cup. Notice there's just like a tiny bit like of stuff in it. Drink a very tiny sip because I know what this fucking shit is.
Kyle's cups.
Cups.
He got enough for everybody.
Yeah, boy.
Just looking at
I
the
know what
notes.
this shit is. I only
That's-
need like
that's
a sip.
complete gibberish. I think he was pretty trashed by that point.
It's fine. If Sasuke asked why we were in here for so long, it's just like we got really drunk.
Oh my god.
That's in the grammar dictionary.
Fucking hilarious.
We got really drunk and started like reading a bunch of books. We can't remember anything though.
Oh.
I'm back.
We're in
The
here
answer
for
is
2
nothing.
hours.
There's nothing in the chests.
But the stockholders.
God damn it.
Ooh, Asher just donated $40. I think to heal themselves
Oh my god.
because they're the stream boss. Yeah, that's what I think it was.
And there's nothing else on the table over here that he found the book.
I just realized I've had
Yeah,
the wrong thing up. I've had the wrong streaming thing up. Huh.
Could we not get inspiration die from that donation?
They didn't.
I get
They didn't
inspiration die
specify.
to roll for time.
It didn't say, man.
I just realized
But,
I've been using the gaming setup for the stream and not the D&D one.
Oh.
I'll just keep going at this. It doesn't matter. It just kind of just affects what elements are where on the screen.
Actually,
Yeah.
I just pulled up Streamlabs. We've been getting a couple of donations like on our end.
Oh shit, give it!
If it's anything that's not spoilery, go ahead and read them out.
Let's see. I'll just go most recent. Let's see. Finn donated $1 saying Owen went to the blanket for it. But before that, he donated $60 saying 30 to Blue, 10 to Izzy, 10 to Carrie, 10 to Aaron. Favoritism, what's that?
What do you mean favoritism? I got the same amount as you guys plus like triple.
Oh, Aster just gave $10 and said, Logan, give it all to the monsters. Okay.
But, and let me just check here. And then Asiru gave $40 and also $120.
Holy shit!
What the fuck?
Jesus. It's not close to Shimi level, but it's something. I mean, if I'm close, I might as well beat him, though.
Oh, it's for the boss.
Yeah, I think he was going after the stream boss.
Oh yeah, Finn's now the stream boss on your side.
Oh, shit!
Finn!
Finn's got 10,000 health.
Oh my god, dude.
Fucking thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Jesus, what else do we have here? Finn also donated another $1 earlier. Sorry for coming in late, busy schedule, but I see there's this stream boss thing, and I'm testing out how much damage donations do versus bits, the bit donations.
Oh,
so
did it do
you can
bits
just
too?
ignore this. Logan, one to the blanket for it.
No.
All right.
Oh, and we had Dragoon Burns 123 giving $1.22 for the blue Druid lady.
That's for
Yay!
And
I like being the blue Druid lady.
we also had another one from Pope Waffles for $5, but there was a message.
Damn.
Did Finn do any bits then, since he said he was doing bits?
Yeah, check them bits, boy.
Let's see,
Watch him
dashboard.
giving us like 1,000,000 bits. That's donations.
100 billion bits.
Holy shit!
Finn gave 25,000 bits.
Oh my god.
What are bits exactly?
Bits are donations through Twitch
Jesus.
itself. It's a little safer for
That's
streamers.
how he's the fucking
So
boss.
it's still actual money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically a
Bits
cent.
translate basically a bit to a cent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're a bit more interactive, a bit more colorful, and with like they work a bit better with the tip jar animation.
It's also safer for streamers
Oh,
because
wait,
you can't
how-
charge back bits.
One bit
Logan,
is 1
yeah.
cent.
One
What?
bit is 1 cent, right? So
Yeah, roughly.
25,000 bits would be how much?
I believe that's the most you can buy. That should be around $250.
Yeah.
Holy
Jesus
shit.
Lord.
Thank
Jesus,
you,
Finn.
What
Thank you.
Why
fuck
don't
do
you
you
come
do for
to
a
my
living?
side anymore, Finn?
I'm going with International Gun Runner.
Yeah, that's
Right?
Finn,
drug cartel.
why have
Drug
you
cartel,
I still think
Why
I
have you
still think he's
forsaken
like
me?
an actual mob boss. Like, let's just be honest.
Logan's so upset.
Why have you
He's
forsaken me,
he's an
Finn?
actual mob boss.
Just, he likes us better, Logan, okay? Fucking do that.
He didn't give you guys 30 inspiration.
That's true.
Yeah, I
He
guess.
likes you the best.
Alright. Back on game though, just
Yes.
Is that
Sorry,
all?
that's fine.
I
That's
just
fine.
wanted to quickly check this table again, see if anything else is up before we go over to the altar.
nope, just old things, pens, pieces of paper, an old dried cup that clearly had liquor in it at one point. Nothing nothing particular. So, Stonewalker, may I as a DM, and I don't do this often, what do you take from those notes?
Okay.
no
First
matter how
off,
small,
lots
is
of very
worth
interesting
infinite
things.
effort
I'm
to
not
see
entirely
through.
sure if I have enough time to go into right now.
That's fair.
But as for things that are like immediate, Bruudhuvv was trying to betray Sasaki. He was trying to. He knew what he was. He knew what was going on with him, and
Go ahead.
he honestly
Make
kind of
my
resented him for
day.
kind of messing with their plans a little bit because he kept drawing attention to himself. But he was still useful, very useful to him. So he was thinking that they would get through everything, feed him these plants that he was making outside, the mind control plants. Feed those to him and try to fuck with the ritual to where he got sent to the void, and whatever happened in the void, he would try to then control Sasaki with the mind control stuff. But obviously that didn't work. So I'm guessing whatever happened to Bruudhuvv is what was supposed to happen to Sasaki.
Huh.
That's what I'm kind of getting at right now, which kind of makes her go, well, that kind of means Sasuke's the reason Bruudhuvv's like this, but not really, because Bruudhuvv was also trying to do this to him. So it's, again, her master is very, from what she can read here, her master is her master. He has his own way to go about things that the people in the world consider evil, but she can see that he kind of had a good... He was a druid.
For better or worse.
He was definitely a druid with all of this. He was like, fucking mages suck, kill them all.
Jesus.
Do druids hate mages?
No, but it's they're going against nature is basically what he was saying.
Okay.
He was very evil druid with all this, and she's not sure how to feel right now, because now she's like, as soon as we get rid of this bounded field, Sasuke's gonna show up, know we read all of this. If Bruudhuvv couldn't have taken him down, and if all of these notes are true about him, there's no way for them to take him down. She's literally at this point like, do we just stay in here for the rest of our lives? Because
Seems like
And
a
that is the
fairly
timeline
comfortable place.
now.
Got plenty of booze.
Not enough beds, but like...
Spruce it up a bit.
nice dragon in the front yard, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes, the timeline where they stayed in the house forever.
But at the same time, she also knows that even if this place can like keep him out, eventually Adelia is going to be destroyed.
Yeah.
So you can't just stay in here. At this point, she's trying her best to think about anything that she might have read that could help out in the future. The stuff about the Void is very useful in her opinion. She wants to try to make sure that she gets all of these books by the end of this, because she's very interested, especially in the things about, you know, people who may be forgotten and other things going off in between. That's weird. Anyway, but maybe she'll follow in her master's footsteps anyway and start putting more research into this place. But right now, she's basically trying to figure out what she can do to get the four of them out of here without Sasuke getting too pissed at them. Because it's more than just a vendetta against her and her master at this point. It's the survival of the party and her friends, because she's already let two of them fucking die because of her. So she's gonna take a passing look at GAE-EL laying on the bed, and she's gonna go in here with Ian and Isla. Was that what I was supposed to be getting from that, or did I fuck it up?
No, I just want to know what you got from it.
She got a lot more things from it, especially, you know, now that she knows what Sasuke is, and some sort of competition or war later that she heard. Again, she's heard the same thing from Tobias about a war. So it's something she's probably going to talk to him about too at some point. But as of right now, she's basically just worried about what they're going to do from here on. So she's going to come over here and start looking at this altar.
Could you roll me an intelligence check?
Of course.
Wait, inspiration dice if you can?
Also,
sure.
5 to Finn. 5 inspiration die to Finn from American
Hell
Jake.
yeah, Finn.
And then
I'm going to put since I got 30 just now from Finn, I'm going to put 5 into this intelligence roll.
Also 5 more dice to Stonewalker from Masaru.
I'm going to put 10 to them. No, I'm just going to put 5. So 1. Oh, good. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Oh god, the rest of this are kind of shitty.
So yeah, the first one you did,
so.
It's a lot of text, which is why I'm doing this. Another thing that should stand out to you is the fact that your master came here, interested in what was underneath the Void Reach Chapel.
Oh yeah, the creatures that are underneath the Void. Yeah.
Druid.
Yeah, she also was very interested in those because the fact that, well, they're kind of creatures that can either fuck everything up or save the world.
Yeah, essentially you take from that your master wanted to take control of whatever's left of them down there, and Adelia only exists because they're down there. They're like a horrible phenomenon that just distorted the world, which is what let Adelia exist to begin with.
Yeah.
So your master.
Yeah, again,
planned
she
to
got
take
a
control
lot
of
of
it.
things out of it, but that was just my immediate thoughts for the immediate future was everything I said.
Yeah. Just wanted
A
to
lot
make
of
sure
this
that
she's gonna have to like even reread in the future and just kind of like again if she can commit this to memory or get Ian to give her that other book.
just wanted to make sure that you took Kuruid's name out of it. That didn't just disappear.
Yeah, Kuruid. I know those names.
Okay.
Yeah, was there a thing in there about saying the Kuruid's power makes Ki-Rin and Alquam like pale in comparison?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Well then.
Like a grain of sand.
Research, man. That's all I can say. Also, he missed his staff, and I have his staff, so there we go. Anyway, she's also very happy to know that Bruudhuvv was making the weird mind controlling medicine not for evil, but to kind of help.
I don't know. It seemed kind of evil to me.
I think a lot of this depends on your perspective of
This is the
Sasuke.
only way I can kill a weird, crazy lich thing like Sasuke. She's like, okay, you had a reason to make it. Because at first she was just like, were you just going fucking crazy?
All right.
Were you going senile in your old age, master?
So inspecting the altar, there's not a lot to point out beyond what I did before, which is the altar is the source of the bounded field. If one were to break the gem, it would release whatever spell is on this place.
I'm going to mention to Ian and Isla because they're more wizardy than me. They're actual mages. What should we do once we have this broken? At this point, we know quite a bit, and I don't think Sasuke would do anything to us, but you never know.
I mean, he might do something to us if we refuse. Because then he'll know we know something.
Yeah. At the same time, again, he was going to give me the notes anyway, I think. So maybe he wanted us to find out all this? Or he just didn't know how much was written down.
Sasuke's a smart guy. Like, he must have known that was, like, a distinct possibility that we would find this shit.
Ian, you seem to know the most about Arcana and things of that nature. Do you think you could destroy this?
Yes, I could.
Really?
And can I go over that book again, Clone Time,
Footsteps
please?
coming down the ladder. It's like, I can destroy things.
Yes, Gael. We all know you're very good at breaking things.
Gael, you went upstairs. Roll me perception.
Oh my god.
I was up there pacing.
He's just wandering around in the background.
But no, like while you're destroying that, she asked if she can also read the book.
3 inspiration.
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
give her the notes.
Yay, thank you.
There's a... Why?
That's so
Oh, because you're intoxicated! Could I just point out you rolled a 20 and a 1?
You can't get any more fucking polarized than that.
Oh, God.
Well,
You have one more roll. One more.
that's right.
Come
Double
on.
20s, come on, double 20s.
Sweet double 20.
Sweet. It's a 19.
No, you don't notice. Oh my god, fucking 20 and a 1. Oh.
He just like when he just goes up there and he just looks out the window. There's like a dragon looking in, and he just like walks back down like, oh.
That physically hurts me.
I know.
What'd you even go up there for? More cups?
Well, I just wanted to go up there.
So are you
Gael,
gonna...
grab the barrel. We're taking it too.
Okay.
You're gonna roll to deactivate the thing?
Should I do it?
Roll Arcana. Now...
I'm gonna use a bunch of inspiration.
Yeah, that's fair.
I will use 3.
You
That's
could
not a bunch.
you could avoid a fight if you get high enough on this.
All
right.
You might want to use more.
Use 15.
Yeah,
Use 15,
you have a shit
fucker.
ton.
We have an intoxicated Gael. Use more.
I'll bring it down to 1. I'll use 13.
Okay.
Yay!
You're down to an even 150.
Solid.
Okay.
Unlucky.
Yeesh.
Okay, so that's the first roll. Then 1, 2, 3,
Ah, damn!
4,
Come on, get that 20.
5,
Come on.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh,
Yay,
bear!
All right. You got high enough. You go to deactivate it. You interact with the circle. It's going to take 20 minutes. Along with that reading action, I'm going to put you guys forward half an hour.
Oh, you bitch!
I mean, to be fair, he probably was reading that and then like skipping lines and stuff.
Oh yeah,
of
because he was like
the-
searching through the book. So you interact with it, you disable the spell, the gem shatters, and as it does, this like formless thing just shapes itself around you, made of what looks like this crimson and black, like dust-like substance in the air. You immediately recognize this to be what's called a chronomental, which it's a specific kind of creature that's born out of like distorted time.
I consider myself an
Oh,
expert on fine chairs.
Drow79 gave $30, 15 to Ian, 15 to GAE-EL. It's called a chronomental, and basically, it's a creature born of twisted, distorted time, and they basically exist only to steal time from things around them, which that was the result of time in this cabin being warped and distorted, because it seems like it was the center of the ritual, is being used as the focus point for it. So everything in here was getting out of sync with everything outside. But it disappears. It fades away. It can't sustain itself, and because you completed the ritual properly, it just vanishes.
Oh,
Yay!
The bounded field goes down.
Did the jewel itself reveal anything?
Yes, the jewel itself was actually the chronomental in solid form.
Oh, okay.
Oh, also, real quick, Asiro donated $160 on our side.
Jesus.
Thank you for that. And also, he asked, like, for his previous couple donations, could those be split evenly among the group?
Oh, so wait, 120, 40, and 160. Jesus, fuck.
Yep. I mean, we've never talked about what goes on donations on your side, but since we split evenly from this side, I think it's probably fair that we do the same both ways.
I think he means inspiration.
Oh,
That's
well
like
then.
300?
Yeah, that's like a lot.
Yeah, that's $340.
That's a lot. That's a lot of inspiration, though.
Yo, yeah.
Let's just put it in the blanket fort instead.
If Logan lets that happen, that would be 85 inspiration each.
Can we get that?
Yeah, sure. Although, we'll talk about it later about what I said does stand, though.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So wait, 85 each?
That's a lot of inspiration.
Mother.
Thank
Alright,
you,
guys
Asiro.
Bring it on,
using like
Sasuke!
20 at a time,
Oh,
so...
fucking 200!
Right.
Yay!
You wanna fucking go, Sasuke? Let's fucking
Let's do this!
Alright. So,
I'll kill
Wait,
myself.
Logan,
and
I had a
not let you
question.
run.
yes, what is your question?
Damn it.
You said that they performed a ritual and got rid of the weird time shit.
Yeah.
Did they still lose all the time that they
Oh yeah,
lost?
it does. Time doesn't suddenly go back.
Okay, cool.
Wait,
Just
can we do
wondering.
one more roll?
Nope.
Just one more
Nope.
while it dies.
I'm not
No?
going to be unfair. You both got a shot at it.
How
Come
about
on.
one to fix time?
No.
No.
They can't suddenly
Why
go
would you
back
want
in
to do
time.
that?
They can't suddenly go back in time.
You're not gonna get away from me being pissed at you,
Because
everyone.
like this thing didn't like control or manipulate time. It stole time. It could only move things forward.
Okay.
Like if it could like control time, this thing would be like more powerful than Sasuke.
She's just like looking at the altar and then just starts walking back toward the stairs.
Okay, so you're heading upstairs?
I'm just gonna go and sit and wait on the bed.
Is everyone else heading upstairs?
Yeah, I'll head upstairs.
Yeah,
Okay,
I guess so.
as you guys go upstairs, you come on, you. There we go. Initially, you see what looks like looks like the sunset light from it coming in through the windows.
Eyes cannot help but to
Ah,
orbit the celestial
sec.
body. Ha!
Then it occurs to you that when you came in here, the sun had already gone down.
Oh fuck.
Looking out the window, you guys see that what you see outside is the sun rising.
Oh fuck.
It
Goes
is
to the bed.
It is currently
just sits
7:30
down.
a.m. You guys lost 10 hours.
I'm just gonna fucking
knew it! I knew it!
God damn it.
Now,
watch the sunrise from the bed.
who wants to be hated? Well, yeah, really, who wants to be hated in the group for making a roll that it's not like a status roll? I just
I'll
need
do it.
a roll.
No, I'll do it.
No,
I'll do it.
I gotta do it. I'm dead already.
And no, Asaru, you cannot bring characters
I
back
don't
to
even
life.
exist.
You
Okay.
guys, I'd like
Shut up,
to,
Aaron, you know what I'm saying?
guys,
Guys,
a donation just asked this question. Aster just asked, and I'd like to point this out because we've been getting this a fair amount lately. No amount of donations will ever bring a character back to life.
Okay.
oh.
You can't buy Emerald Doctor or Hawk's characters back into being alive.
But it's really sweet that you want to.
Yes, it is sweet that you
Thank
want that,
you.
but that would
undermine death.
yeah, that would undermine
Yeah.
death entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so going outside.
I can make a roll that would fuck us over.
Okay, roll me 1d100 to see who gets there first.
How I do that again?
Go to the D10, right click on it, and like a wheel of things should
D10?
show up, and click the D10, and then right click on it, and then there's the percent
D10
thing on the wheel.
Oh,
What?
okay. All right, I know what you're doing. Okay. All right.
I believe in you, Deco.
You got
Okay,
this.
I see the percent thing now. D100. I did it. 51.
Before whatever
fine.
happens,
We're gonna be
happens,
fine.
I have a question.
Yes, what's your question?
So when people refer to alcohol, they say pick your poison. So if GAE-EL were to cast Purify Food and Drink on himself, would he become sober?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Doing it.
Alcohol is effectively a poison to the body, so yeah.
Yeah. That seems totally fair.
Oh my god. Yes.
But before you do, come and have a drunken mistake with me on this bed.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
There is a reality where that happens.
Are we
now.
going to play patty cake again?
Oh yeah, we're gonna play patty cake again.
All right.
Yes.
So
We're gonna do it on my master's bed.
Ooh, that's hot though.
you guys, the outside is bathed in a rich, warm orange light as the sun comes up. I'm gonna go ahead and roll through those weather tables again real quick.
Oh fuck.
Weatherman Crow going forth.
Watch it be perfect again.
No, it
No.
better be bleak as fuck. I want it to be bleak as fuck.
No precipitation.
Little precipitation. Rain.
Normal
Oh,
for the season.
Oh.
With a light wind. Everything's quiet. You guys have been given some.
It's cool though because like if we go outside, our clothes will be lightly blowing in the wind, so it's like cinematic.
There's a light wind outside. It's morning. It's got that bleak, like, hollow feeling that like early mornings tend to have. Nature seems relatively quiet. The dragon, the Zmei that was down below, it has moved on and moved to a different part of the forest.
Damn it.
You guys have just acquired new perspective that has given you knowledge that, even more so than before, there are much larger things at work in Adelia than you knew. That
I'm gonna follow GAE-EL outside.
you gonna follow GAE-EL outside? Is everybody going to?
Stay. No, go.
You hear, breaking the silence, you hear the slow sound of what sound like metallic footsteps on rock, like armor, moving along gravel and stone and then wood. Those of you that go outside, who went outside? Is it everyone?
All of us.
I guess so. Looks like we did.
All right.
Oh, fuck.
1 second, please.
I want to moonwalk back into the cabin. Real quick. Oh god, where did he? Oh, where are we
Oh
going?
god.
Where are we going?
You're going back
What's
to the
happening?
other map.
Oh, we're going to the other map.
Oh, okay, because you went outside. Okay.
We've disapparated.
I panicked. I panicked for a second.
Alright. I'm just gonna go ahead and.
Hey, Finn!
I'm gonna go ahead and go to the.
Hey!
Lady, tell me, like, I was so worried about you.
Oh!
Did you watch the Dragon Leap, Finn?
Yeah,
Yay, the color changed.
And he woke up and he flew around. Then he ate some trees. You know, weird fucking dragon things.
That's good to hear.
I looked in the chimney, but then the fire got lit and soot hit my face.
My fantasy grounds just
Oh
crashed.
no, we're sorry.
Since then, I've just been looking and wondering why this guy has a well and a river.
Does that mean that we're all gonna get booted and we're gonna lose all that information? Oh,
No, it saves as it goes. One sec though, I'm gonna get it back up. Fucking dramatic moment getting ruined by tabletop fucking simulator. It's just crashing on me, motherfucker.
Attempt to reconnect. Do I just let it keep doing it?
Tabletop simulator.
Yo, right? What the fuck? We're not even playing that.
I know it is a simulator of a tabletop.
Color because it's sunrise. I see what you're doing.
He's got that low-key game of Boggle going on the side. He's got to keep that, you know.
Got that side boggle going on.
Are we gonna get kicked out? I haven't gotten kicked out yet.
Well,
I
I'm not
know.
in there, so.
Shit.
We have no DM. We're free.
Oh god!
Anarchy! Anarchy! Anarchy!
In that time it takes. Not
We
responding.
can do whatever we want. I'm gonna manipulate time, and we're gonna go back in time 2 days. Everything's fine.
You roll.
Oh, I'm back.
Yeah, it's kicking his out. Yeah.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
That's fair.
Oh, fuck, I should have probably ordered dinner by now.
Eric! Jesus. It's like
All right.
almost PM for you. Goddamn.
Everybody get back in.
Yep.
Oh, wait, one sec. Fucking herp. It's taking its fucking sweet ass time.
Fucking map.
I did it this time!
Oh, my shit's not responding.
Oh no.
We about to see something about to kill us and shit. I bet
No.
it's gonna be someone who we don't want to see.
Fair. That is fair. Says it's connecting. Move your ass, bitch.
Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Oh, girl, shake that ass for me.
All I'm saying is, man, like, you just need to come sit on this bed with me, is all I'm saying.
I mean, okay.
Oh shit, isn't the fucking Schmucks thing going on right now?
No.
They're just having a normal stream. It's not their D&D week.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
What are we gonna do on the bed?
GAE-EL is like, you come over here and sit with me on the bed. It's like, okay, they sit in there. Oh man, I'm. This armor is really, really tight, GAE-EL. Can you help me? Can you help me get it off?
You mean your leather or cloth?
It's leather.
It's particularly average temperature right now.
As he sits in the bed, leans to one side.
I don't know.
You're
Particularly average. It seems a
size
little
of
hot
him.
here to me.
Didn't come out of fantasy grounds. Go back in, yo. Yeah.
It's pretty hot with the plate mail.
What we're saying. We're sorry, stream.
Sometimes my armor's really heavy, and then I get stuck in a pond, and I can't really get up, so I'm underwater for a while.
Oh.
It's okay though. I take big breaths.
Oh, God.
I just walk along the
Do you have to
bottom.
worry about breathing as a revenant?
I mean, it can like kill me, but I will. I'll just come back. So basically, what would happen? Were like I a traditional revenant, I would periodically suffocate to death, and then 24 hours later, jolt back to life, wherever I've either been swept away by whatever sea creatures or things that picked at me, or if I'm in the same place, and then I continue walking for a bit until I drown again.
You know what? You know what's amazing though, Aaron? Sometime during the week, I don't remember when, somebody in my stream asked me about the whole thing with like GAE-EL, STONEWALKER, and like Finn and all that other stuff, and I was like, now that I'm really thinking about it, Stonewalker has a really morbid way of thinking about both GAE-EL and Finn now.
Oh no.
It's like she loves them both like so much, but she doesn't really value their lives.
It doesn't really matter if they die, though. They'll just come back.
So like,
it means you only
she
like them
will
for their
send
bodies.
Finn like into like a fucking like literally, if that dragon would have like hurt us, she would have sent Finn to distract the dragon.
So
well, he can come back.
Is everybody back?
And if it ever comes to a thing with like her behind GAE-EL and something happening in front of GAE-EL, she will shoot through GAE-EL.
Oh my god.
She's done it before.
What do you think that means?
It just means she loves them so much.
That's what it means for sure. Couldn't possibly mean that she only likes them for their bodies.
Oh,
no, what? I like them for what comes back, them. In fact, I find their bodies completely like whatever. Their bodies are just throwaway.
Fanfic mode,
Obviously.
you fix GAE-EL, and then he gets like stabbed in the chest, and you're like, oh, it's fine. Oh.
I mean, I'll still get mad. Like, we've already seen that I'll get mad whenever Finn dies, even if Finn is able to come back. So I'll still get mad if GAE-EL dies. It's just, you know,
who's away
she
right now?
happens to be the one shooting. Like, if he happens to be in front of her while she's doing a lay energy bolt, she will shoot through him.
Guys?
Yeah?
Who's away right now?
I think we're all in.
Yeah,
I think we're fine.
Okay. So yes, dramatic wind, fucking sunset. As you can see, I've for once in my goddamn life remembered to change the thing. It's currently 7:30 a.m. You're all well rested. You got into basically no fights on the way here. Good job. That's really good because you have all your energy, and that is, imagine getting through this entire mini adventure without taking a single point of damage, without
Let's
fighting
go home.
even
Let's
one
go
threat,
home.
with even one threat to your lives. To
Jumping in the fucking well.
To your
Just gonna
wonderful,
need that map
happy
again.
lives. Yeah, get over there.
The well is E7.21. You can actually get it in the
Library?
map section on the side.
On it.
What is it? What's that?
It's E7.2.1 forest map. It's if you go to the sidebar. There's
I just hit share to make it come up on everyone's thing.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yay!
So yeah, so
No.
you guys you guys came out to investigate it. You see this person's hair being lightly swaying gently in the wind, walking
The one that's
across.
spinning?
What?
You're saying this person, I'm just noticing me spinning, so I'm like...
You all look over to the bridge leading across the river.
He's on the bridge!
Oh, no. I mean, luckily we don't have to go that way. Let's just go down the cliff.
Stonewalker?
Yeah.
The being comes to a sudden stop. You all look over. Everything is calm, silent, a hollow feeling in the air. You all look to see, and he sees you. Bruudhuvv. Standing on the bridge leading to his cabin. His living black armor moving ever so subtly on his body. Empty eyes looking over to you.
I'm gonna... Fuck this. I'm going forward.
Oh my god. Random sidebar. Eric, have you got fantasy runs to work yet?
Yeah.
Cool. Logan, can you put like a picture of Bruudhuvv? Because I don't think Eric knows what he like looks like.
What my placeholder is for him?
Yeah.
It's a thing from Final Fantasy fucking 14, but
Yeah.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
It's actually funny because I was about to call him that.
The white mask,
I was
nice.
about to call him that because he's not fucking Bruudhuvv.
The white mask.
he puts his hand out and summons his large his sword, which appears in a blaze of purple fire. How much time do we have left?
Aren't we already over time?
I'm thinking probs. We have 11
Like
minutes left.
3-ish hours.
Yeah.
Click.
That seems
Initiative.
like a good point to cap it off.
There's one thing I want to try before I just go straight into a fight with this guy.
What's
Oh
that?
god.
I'd like to remind the audience, this is the first time the group has encountered Bruudhuvv since their fall into Adelia, where he fought the entire group back when they had 3 more people and Gearfree with them, and at the end of which encounter, he killed GAE-EL and put GAE-EL into the situation he's in of being a Revenant.
Time for round 2, motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck him up, boy.
The
Kyle
man who
puts his hand up and summons the direct Aegis Halberd.
Kyle puts his hand up, holds up middle finger.
Mic drop.
Oh, stop fucking. I'm gonna. This is so stupid, but it means something to her, but it's so stupid.
Do it, bitch.
She knows exactly what he's gonna do. She kind of just wants to see anything, any sort of reaction. She takes out one of the vegetables from the garden.
Oh my god.
And she's just gonna toss it forward. Like, not to him, just tossing it in a way that he has to go through it.
Okay.
She's just gonna stare at him. Again, this is a druid. This is a druid thing. This means a lot more to her than it does to anyone else, including me.
He steps forward, slowly. The blade that he's carrying ignites. He steps on the carrot.
Yeah,
presses his foot down into it, crushing into the ground, and as he does, lunges forward towards the group. And
with that, she has no regrets about fighting him.
And we're gonna stop there. Also, Finn just sent a message saying, "Izzy, I think Schmuck's Quest is happening right now." I'm only bringing it up because I recall you guys. I only bring it up because I recall you saying it was another night. But I mean, they have Jane and the Schmuck's Quest logo and everything up right now. Also, one to the blanket for it.
Yay!
Yay!
That's true. They do. They have Jane and everybody in there, so maybe you're supposed to be there.
Next game. Yeah. Next game. Rematch with Bruudhuvv.
Oh shit, son.
The man who betrayed Stonewalker. The man who killed GAE-EL.
He didn't betray me.
Can you take intoxicated off me? I don't think I can.
Why does Sasuke and you keep saying he betrayed me? He didn't betray me.
You only killed the guy you love. It's totally fine. He didn't betray you.
No, it wasn't him. That was the White Mask.
Oh, it was? Okay.
The man who, with Mylaron, threw Adelia into chaos and was consumed by the void that he opened up.
Yeah, well, I was in America. You know, us Americans, we don't give a fuck about other places.
You're Canadian, sir.
North America, third.
Canadian.
I was in New York at the time.
I'm genuinely interested in, like, if you guys will do well at this fight.
Well, seeing as we're missing 3 people.
Nah, we got this.
But you're all you were all like level 3 or 4 when you fought him last time. And these 4 people have become so much stronger than they were.
Oh yeah, in magnitude.
But...
We'll see, man.
All right.
From what I was told, there's some sort of ley line near here. So we'll find out whenever I search for it.
And I'm sure you pieced this together, but the role I had you do was to determine if Sasuke or Bruudhuvv showed up first, because...
Oh, yeah, I know.
So, you know...
And here's the thing, I'm pretty sure no matter who showed up first, we would be fucking fighting them or something.
Nah, why would you fight Sasuke?
Because he's gonna be fucking like, oh, so you know exactly what I am.
You already knew what he was.
I didn't know what he was. I mean, Stonewalker didn't know what he was.
Sure he did. You know that he's he jumps around bodies and steals people's bodies.
Well, yeah, but we know now that he was the other guy though.
Oh.
Mylaron.
Oh, he wouldn't care.
Oh, okay, good.
He wouldn't give a fuck that you know that.
Like I said during the game, like she's like, we've learned all this stuff about him, but does it really matter? It kind of does in context and like in short things, but like. In the immediate, like, future, it doesn't really matter. Like, as long as he doesn't stop us from getting the shard, and if he does, we just have to fight him then, hopefully.
Ooh, sad
Who
song
knows?
playing. My randomized playlist is playing a sad song for Ruby.
Oh no.
Like morning follows night. But I'm interested in how this goes.
Indeed.
This guy, Eric, apart from what I said, he's also the reason that the group is bound to Alquam. Alquam saved them all from him, essentially.
Hey, we at least killed his dragon.
Yeah, that
I mean,
dragon.
he doesn't have that right now. That's the good thing.
That dragon
just realized-
definitely.
Where's
Definitely.
my elk?
Definitely took a while for that dragon to come back.
I mean, I'm guessing your elk couldn't climb the fucking.
Oh yeah, like we probably left it down there.
A dragon's just
Probably
like.
get eaten by a dragon.
Yeah,
It's
the
like
dragon's
little demon elks just sitting in the woods, staring out at this dude slowly walking by. Like, if I don't move,
No, dude, him and the warhorse are just watching as he goes by.
low-key telepathically being like, "Yo, Gael, yo, Gael, yo, Gael." I'm like, I'm drunk.
La 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 la.
Oh fuck, who's voicing the elk? Carrie, you're the elk.
I don't think she's here.
Okay,
Shit, sorry,
you
no, we're-
doesn't need to
we're
say
discussing
anything. I'm
shit.
just deciding for the future. You're my
wish-
elk now.
I
I'm
wish
your elf
that.
now? Sweet.
I wish we could run for another 2 hours and keep doing it. Like, the reason I haven't stopped this yet is because, like, part of my brain's like, no, just keep going.
Well, let
Izzy.
Izzy see if he has to go or not.
Yeah, Izzy, do you have to take off?
I think I do. Like, I didn't think we played a game today, but Buddy's asking, like, you guys still streaming.
Yeah. Also,
That's
it's like posted like Schmuck's Quest episode 8, like on YouTube and stuff. So I think they actually are playing.
Okay, I'm not criticizing Buddy. Yes, I am. But he kind of jumped the gun in starting it and then asking you.
I just ended up wasting my whole day because they had technical difficulties and we were waiting around to see. That's why I thought we played last week.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Well, that sucks 'cause we were gonna audition somebody, but now we gotta reschedule.
Darn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
that's
we could have
Oh
moved
well, I
forward
mean,
with this.
it's fine though because you guys can go into your other game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
So no, at least you still get another game to play. Go on, go play.
I know, but I had other stuff I wanted to do today.
Yeah. That work stuff. goddammit.
Yeah. Well, in any case, I guess, Deco, get post stream ready.
Yeah, I'm getting stuff ready.
Because we definitely can't do this without Izzy.
Oh, definitely.
No shit.
It's fine.
Fuck
This
that
is-
guy. Let's go.
This has been a long time coming. This
Dude.
rematch has been a long fucking time coming.
That's true.
I wonder how many people are still in the audience that remember the first fight against Bruudhuvv.
Christ.
The first time we actually had like a really good fight. Because like the other fights before that, like with the Clockwork Kabuteri Buzz and the big Goblin dude, like they were fine. But then Bruudhuvv came by and killed one of us.
Demon, dragon, Bruudhuvv. Yeah.
I would like to mention we are 9 months into this campaign.
We have a game, baby.
The Bruudhuvv
Yeah.
fight baby's finally been born. You were all impregnated with the
could've been
Bruudhuvv fight baby 9 months ago, and now it is born into a Bruudhuvv fight.
See, the last time it was a Bruudhuvv quote-unquote fight.
I was at the first fight.
Yeah.
It's when Finn turned up. Yeah, it was. Finn showed up and he like started just dumping money on us for donations. Like for Inspiration Days.
Yup.
And
I believe that Finn's probably the reason we actually were able to beat the dragon back then.
yeah. Hi, Finn.
Hi, Finn.
Well, next time it will cough cough be resolved, cough cough. Totally last fight with Bruudhuvv, cough cough.
I mean, if we murder him, then
Yeah. Honestly, like if it was anyone else, Sasuke would obviously get there before him, but Bruudhuvv has this thing where he can gate around Adelia however he wants. So, not to give... This probably won't come up in-game, but as soon as his bounded field at his old place went down, a part of Bruudhuvv became aware of that, and he was immediately like, what the fuck is going on back in my cabin?
I'm also pretty sure, like, again, we had, like, from what it seems like in all of the notes and all of the things that we read about the two of them, like, before the void shit happened, you would probably instantly, like, if Sasuke showed up against, like, old Bruudhuvv, it's like, oh yeah, whatever, get the fuck out of here, you freaking mortal. Now I still want to see, like, this is not Bruudhuvv, this is white, this white mask. I want to see what happens whenever Sasuke shows up.
Wait, I have a question, Logan.
Yes.
So you said he can gate around to Delia, so that means he can just teleport, basically, right?
Pretty much, yep.
So, when the thing went down after the time was.
Oh, my thing just cut out.
The barrier went down after the time skip.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay,
yeah, that ended at the very end. Like, he didn't react to them entering the cabin. He reacted to the barrier that specifically was made to keep out Sasuke. By the way, since we didn't do the check there, it was, like, specifically to keep out the spirit of Sasuke Kojiro.
Inside of his head, like, just the small bit of Bruudhuvv that's left is like, damn it, Sasuke! Get out of my room!
Whenever they were living together, Bruudhuvv started just to become aware of the fact that he didn't fully understand Sasuke, and since he liked to switch around in bodies and, he didn't understand him, he decided he wanted to have a place that Sasuke couldn't go into, so he created...
Sasuke, I told you this was my private area!
Yeah, and he put a barrier around it that Sasuke couldn't enter.
I just had the idea in my head that, like, I forgot that it was done after. So I thought they did the ritual. Then the time was skipped, and he's like, what the fuck? And he just waited there 8 hours for... Or 10 hours.
That's why when they went outside, I was like, went upstairs, I was like, okay. If they stayed downstairs, I would have had Sasuke show up first. You guys all think that Sasuke's about to be so fucking sinister. Izzy was so on the money when he's like, yeah, he probably expected you guys to find all this.
Yeah.
Although it is worth noting that all the information that was in that one really big one, that was in an area where Bruudhuvv kept notes where Sasuke couldn't go, so he didn't know that shit was there. In fact, that book's what Sasuke wants.
Well, it's mine now, fucker. You can take it from me.
With things coming so close to the end, Sasuke wanted to know exactly what Bruudhuvv was up to in the last days leading up to when they attacked the chapel.
By the way, I'm perfectly ready to start up the after game.
Okay, tell people where to go.
All right, guys, if you guys want to talk to at least a few of us for a little bit longer, head over to youtube.com/summonersnetwork to do the after game stream. We'll probably be going on for about 30 minutes to an hour like we usually do, and then we'll see what happens beyond that. I don't know.
Yep, we are out of here. Thanks for joining us. We'll have fun next time when we see the end of this.
Bye-bye.
Bye.